Checkity check. Hey, James, what's up? James coming in with the questions. I love it. Always got good ones. That's a tough one, James, but probably just based on the fact that it sold out, the Transformer one. You have to choose? I want both. I like the variety. No, movie man, I'm bummed. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, with any luck, maybe the packs won't jump up in price too much for you. Although, I want them to jump up in price. But maybe for you they won't. And you can pick up on them when you have some dinero. I don't think you have to wait out the whole timer. I'm ready to do this. Let's bring down the volume. Let's turn off the timer. Let's do this. Let's see if I'm ready. Am I ready? Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy NFTuesday. Happy drop day. If the money was the same, which would be more valuable? Ooh, well, you know, it would be nice to have a poll on the strength of the license, which I think Transformers is probably stronger, and the how many people like the royalty. I think people like the royalty on both. That's a tough one, James. That's a real tough question. Jedi, you know what? I didn't get that fully ready yet. I was going to be doing that. I forgot I already put the image up on the screen. Let me get you guys the link for the free NFT. I apologize. I got so much done and I forgot that step. But that's an easy fix. Detroit Pop Guy skipping this one. Smoosh between Transformers and Star Wars. I had to make the decision to bow out, unfortunately. I don't think you'll be the only one. I think that is going to be a common sentiment. I think a lot of people had to choose between Transformers and Star Trek. I think that's my guess. They said I can do two. I can do one or the other. I can't do both. Oh, shorten this URL. Okay, sorry about that, gang. Let me get this fixed real quick. We'll put that in chat commands. Luckily, I turned off the free NFT. Y'all be filling out the wrong form. Every once in a while, I remember. I didn't delete it, did I? Custom commands. There it is. Okay, I just need to change this. Fill out your form to get your free Nerds Unite NFT. I'll drop this one in YouTube as well for everybody. Save that. Turn it on. Let's do a timer for my YouTube fam. James Goldsberry and anybody else that's watching. Here's the link to get your free NFT. Remember, this is not a race. Take your time. Fill out the form. Copy and paste your wax address, because if you get it wrong, you get nothing. I won't be emailing you to go, hey, I tried to send you the NFT, and unfortunately, what you sent me was incorrect. Can you send me your... No, I won't be doing that. Unfortunately, I don't have time for it. Not that I don't care about you all. And I would love to take care of you all. But I'm taking care of you by telling you to do it right in the first place. Take your time. If you don't take your time, you pay the time. Wait. That didn't work. What's up, Tech Dragons? Misty, thank you for pinning that to the top. What's up, Lay 7, Walking Miracle, Mocking Lazarus, Cutie Beck? I owe you an answer to a tweet. I'm sorry about that. Nadu 6, Moving Man, Puzzled Puzzler. Thank you for sharing my tweet earlier today. I need to ask everybody to do that. Autumn's Toys, Chucky, Jedi is here. Voodoo Juice, what's happening? Long time. Fissishella. Thank you to Clint Crockett, Tier 2, 45 months. Thank you, Clint Crockett. Peter Collins. Prime, 40 months. LCR949, Prime, 41 months. Randy, yeah, we can talk about that in a bit for sure. That's no secret there. Walking Miracle, good point. This is one per person, and what happened with the bots was no one person was trying to do anything salacious, so you guys don't need to be mad at anybody. I'm aware that somebody helped scoop some up off the secondary market. It was a bot used by whoever that scooped up the the freebies. But today I have noticed that people have been filling out the form multiple times, and I didn't think I had to check for that, but apparently I do. You only get to fill out the form today once per person. Like if you got you and your wife, you and your roommate, whatever, that's fine. But don't fill out the form under your own name 5 times. I'm going to have to start going in and deduping. I didn't think I had to do that. I thought we were all mature enough. But clearly we're not. One person filled out the form like 8 times last time and I didn't catch it. That's on me for trusting people like an idiot. Sorry about that. What's up, Mike Zig? Falconer? Official is here. Detroit Pop Guy. Sully is still talked about Transformers at the top of the form. Where? Boldly go. Boldly go. Nerds Unite. Visit the stream for TNG. I think you may have seen the old one. I think the new one is fixed. It still had the wrong form. Well, let me try again then. That's really weird. I just took the time. I'm looking at the right form. Shortened it. Let me try again. I don't know why that happened. I'm looking at it saying TNG. Misty, you may have to unpin this from the top, if you don't mind. Let me try again. Put this over in YouTube. Put this here in Twitch. And let me go back to, that was timer, chat commands. So strange. Did the new one work? I'm not looking at the newest chat yet, so give me a second. Yeah, if you filled out the form for Transformers, there won't be another Transformers one. Let's try this again. Now it's updated. Okay, I don't know how I did that, but I did. And it's fixed now, so no worries. Thank you guys for letting me know. Appreciate you. I don't try to make mistakes, but you know it happens. P-King, thank you for that sub with Prime, making 39 months. One day I'm going to fix this audio where I can hear it. Right now I can't hear it. New link is good. We're good. Yes, I filled out the form for Transformers. Well, good practice, Misty. You're all ready for your digis on the new one. No, you're good. You're good. Can I still fill it up even if I wasn't here last Tuesday? Voodoo, just know it's unfortunately only good. Well, no, I'm not going to say unfortunately. What I'm doing is trying to reward people for being here. So here's how it goes every week, and hopefully this sits well with you. I give a free NFT for people who come by. It's kind of a reward. A thank you for being here during the stream. If ever you find yourself too busy and you can only come in for 2 minutes, that's fine. Bring up the stream, come in, watch, do the thing, get the free NFT. At the day after, if there are any blends or any activity which requires use of the NFT, I will make it available for purchase for the low price of $1.50 in wax. That's pretty inexpensive, in my opinion, to do things like blends and whatever, while still holding a value. I'm sure you guys would be like, well, Sully, you could do 49 cents or 99 cents. I don't want to do that. I don't want to dilute the value of the NFTs by giving them away too cheap at the beginning. But I do like to reward you guys, so what I'm giving you has value because I charge $1.50. Boldly go. You got it? Thank you. Movie Man, that Grail looks great in the Next Generation set. Oh, it does. Yes, I like Q a lot. What's up, Ziggy No? How are you? James has good questions. I'll have to look back at them all. Which of the royalties is my favorite over the last 5 drops? Right off the top of my head, I'm going to say I like last week's and this week's the best, but I've got to look and see what all they were. I really like this one this week. As a Star Trek TNG fan, a true Star Trek fan, I'm a fan of Star Trek and Star Wars. If you have to pick one or the other, good. I don't. I live in a world where they both exist. I like them both a lot. I love the Star Trek series. I love what Paramount's doing. Bummed that they canceled Strange New Worlds. Loved Strange New Worlds. I thought it was so good. But we are getting another one that's about the Academy, about the Starfleet Academy. And I just saw that they're getting welcome on that, or they're getting started on that right now, which is awesome. I gave you guys the low mint numbers. That's right. I'm trying to do what I can to make it worthwhile being here. Other than, hanging out with me, if you find that at all interesting. I like to reward people. And Eventually, when I get merchandise under control, which has been a struggle for 2 years now for me, but eventually when I get that under control, we'll have some more benefits for collecting my stuff. But until I get that fixed for old, I won't be doing new. Sorry, I'm looking for one of my favorite flavors of G Fuel under here. Where did my... There it is. There's my ice shatter. Okay. Now we're good. I started watching the live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix, Sully. It's good so far. I definitely want to watch it. Big fan of Kim's Convenience. Wait a minute. Did I buy 2 of these and not open one? You know what? I don't have time to be hunting through all this. I'm just going to go with it. No, wait, here's another one. Let's do this one. I definitely want to watch it. Kelly and I are finishing up Kim's Convenience, and I think we'll tack that on at the end of Kim's Convenience just because we're like 2 episodes away from being done. Pop and Duo, what's happening, Vince? How you doing? How are you and the wife? Hope you're doing well. Kelly and I just celebrated 1 year together yesterday. It's our anniversary of our first date, or as we started calling it yesterday, our last first date. So today's the beginning of year 2. Which is exciting. She said to me yesterday, do you think if anybody had told you a year ago that a year from now we'd be living together and have a dog in our own place, would you have believed him? And I was like, well, how far into the date? She said, well, like halfway through the date. I'd have been like, yeah, I believe you. I'd have believed it. I knew right from the get-go. I always had a crush on her, so. Thank you, Walking Miracle. Thank you, Funko Lover 30. How are you, Mindy? Ziggy No says, I appreciate Star Wars, but I don't care if that sells out versus Star Trek TNG. I love Star Trek. I will likely not get the grill, but I will chase a few. Ziggy No, I want you to find a way. Turn that around to a positive thought. Start willing it to be and tell yourself you are going to pull the grill today. You are going to pull the grill to do. Ziggy No, when you pull that grill, I want you to tell us all. I'm excited for you. Kim's Convenience is fantastic, Laney Lane. Highly recommend it. I originally had this vision of the show after having seen a trailer for something else once upon a time, or a quick little segment of another show. I thought it was that, so I avoided it for a long time. I was completely wrong. I got to meet one of the lead actors from Kim's Convenience last year. He's also in Star Wars during Washington State SummerCon. He was an absolutely wonderful human being, and that told me, let's go back, give it another shot. Had the wrong thing in my head the whole time. Started watching it, fell in love. We've been cranking through the seasons, but also trying to not go too fast because we didn't want it to go away too soon. I highly recommend it. It's fantastic. We did watch the Oscars. Sunday night, we came home, stayed up a little late, fast-forwarded to the main parts. I got to be honest, I haven't watched the Oscars in a while because I kind of got burned out over the years of watching and feeling like, well, 1, I haven't seen all these movies, and 2, it goes on too long, and people yeah. You know what? I actually really enjoyed it this year. I thought it was great. I will be buying some packs of Star Wars today. That is right. I thought the Oscars was good. I thought they were... I really liked Oppenheimer. I think Barbie should have been nominated for more because I really thought it did great. I'm glad that it got some awards. I don't want to spoil it for anybody that doesn't know who all won. By this point, it's hard to avoid, but... I thought it was fantastic. I had a great time watching. What's up, Shy Guy? I don't think I filled out the form twice. The confirmation emails were different. If I got 2, I will send 1 back. It's okay. If you end up getting more than 1, and you know you weren't supposed to, pay it forward. Put it on the market. Well, no, don't put it on the market cheap. Never do that. Give it to somebody else who might be interested. Find somebody, send it out. Do a little giveaway on your Twitter, whatever. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr., let's go. They were never going to honor anybody in the MCU with an Oscar for acting, even though he deserves one for his portrayal as Tony Stark. But he did great. I loved Oppenheimer for his role specifically. Was Super Mario Brothers technically in 2023? I guess it was, because I saw it with Kelly and Macy. Is it technically animated? I guess so, because Pixar is the same category. That is interesting. I don't know why it got snubbed. What's up, Shiloh? Hello, Shiloh. Hi, present from the office. You have a present for me from the office, or you're at the office? Space Voyage, the upcoming age group is dropping today. I don't know what that is. What is Space Voyage upcoming age group? RDJ should have won for Chaplin. So happy he won. That's a big amount of time between roles for sure. Monster Pete, how are you? What's your opinion? I can buy 2 to 3 packs a day. I need to have USDC in my wallet. Thank you in advance. Wait, did you have another question? Or is that it? Are you saying you want to buy the packs to get USDC? I think you'll have a chance to get some USDC. Your chance goes up if the packs sell out of you getting your money back. I think, honestly, if you're trying to get USDC, buying packs today may be problematic. Because I don't think it'll sell out, but that's me. James asked, based off the first set of Star Trek, you think this set will be similar in price or better? I don't know. I don't remember how many packs they put out in the original Star Trek. We'd have to go back and see if we can figure that out. I think this will not do as good as Star Trek did. That's my opinion. LOL, Star Trek TNG without saying ST TNG. Huh? What? Oh, I see. I see. Wow, you really got me there, Comic Zombie. I did not put that together. I get in this brain of simple question and answer, and I don't even, like, I can't catch the sarcasm sometimes. That's bad on me. Okay, it is 10:43. You guys know about the free NFT. Make sure you fill out the form. It's pinned at the top of Twitch, and I will drop it again in YouTube for anybody that just came in. We can pin it there too. I can pin it there. I think that's the right form. Somebody check that. Monster Pete or Ziggy No or Laney Lane or anybody that just came in, click on that form, fill it out. There's no shenanigans here. I'm giving you a free NFT. You can't give me a .dp wallet. It has to be a .wam or equivalent wallet for a wax wallet. I send you that for free. You can do whatever you want with it. As long as you just get one freebie, you can do whatever you want with it. You can turn around and sell it. You can trade it with a friend. You can hold on to it. And if there's blends, which honestly for this one, I don't know if I'm doing blends, but if I do, you can use it for blends, whatever. Just, if you do go to sell it, don't give it away for pennies. That's all I ask. Remember to go give a like on the YouTube stream. Yeah, if you guys don't mind. Already got 4 likes, 13 people watching on YouTube. Thank you guys. Any way you can share the, here's what we need to do. Any way you can share my stream today would be greatly appreciated. Let's start with this. This is an outside chance for you all. But over on the tweets, on the Twitter, or X, or whatever you want to call it, because it's all the same thing, I put a link up today for the stream, right here. This one right here. 1 hour ago. Retweet this. Retweet this tweet for a chance to win a slot in a community pack giveaway. I think we're due. If I pull a legendary or a grail today, we will be doing a community pack giveaway, and you will be the benefactors. I will give away the contents of a standard or premium pack, depending on what I pull, to you guys. So retweet the tweet that's on the screen right now, the one I dropped the link for. Hey, thank you, Liz. Liz checked over on YouTube. We got the right link up. Thank you, Liz. Sorry about the trouble, y'all. But go in there, retweet that. That's all you got to do. Don't do a quote tweet. You don't have to leave a comment, although I would prefer it if you left a comment, because the more engagement that the tweet gets, the more people see it. That's the goal here, is to get it expanded out to everybody. I know one of your first thoughts is probably, Sully, if I share this, I lose my chances of winning go down. That may be a good short-term solution, but this isn't the stock market. We don't work off short-term solutions. We're working off long-term. What I'm trying to do is build momentum with the Nerds Unite brand and the streams here. The more people that come to these streams, the more people that watch, the more the numbers go up, and eventually the more I'm able to reach out to companies and go, hey, I got a stream here. I got good numbers. Can you send me cool stuff to give away or sponsor me? And they go, yes. Those numbers aren't there right now. They're good, but they're not fantastic. And it can only get fantastic if more people come into the fold. So if you guys will share, I would appreciate it. Retweet, comment. Even the comment can just be, you rock, or thank you, or whatever. It doesn't have to be complex. Nadu says, in regards to Project Fred, I got an email that said I wasn't lucky in being one of the 700 odd people to get the big boy, but now I have a higher chance with the next drop. I did see that they were going to offer that as part of that service. That's really cool. What they also tells me, more importantly, is Project Fred sold out. So to all those people with the negative, it's too expensive, this is dumb, you know what, Funko, listen to everybody. Exclusivity, lower numbers, premium designer figures, they nailed it. The price tag seemed high to some, they sold out. Story's over. That's it, they won. 15,000 people entered. Now I wonder, because I debated this, how many people entered without anticipating actually buying it, but only to increase their chances in the next drop. EQL does this. They used it for high-end collectibles and sneaker drops. Yeah, the EQL thing is a solution provided by a third party, and I think it sounds like a really good one. Yeah, price tag is... The wording for that shouldn't be the price tag is too high. You didn't say too high. You said high. The price tag is too high for me, is what people could say. But you can't say it's too high. It's sold out. Apparently it was the right price, or actually too cheap. Yo, what's up, JXRXZY? How are you? We're just gonna go with Jerksy. Now that doesn't sound... That seems mean. J-Roxy. J-Roxy, how you doing? Oh, okay, Linder. Good to know. I didn't know that. That makes sense. You're from India? Well, welcome. How are you? Thank you, Ziggy No. Follow, retweet, and like. I won one. I can't decide what to do with it. It says, so that's the other thing. How many people are going to try to flip this thing? Okay, so we're getting ready for the drop today. Hopefully, J-Roxy, you're here for the focal point of the drop today. If you have questions about something else, I'd love to get to that later. But today, we've got a little over 10 minutes before the drop from Funko. So if you're here for the first time and you're watching and you have questions about this drop, about Funko's NFT projects, about the drop marketplace, etc., 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 you're here at the right time in the right place. Hopefully some of you are getting ready for Star Wars whenever it does drop. We don't know the date yet. But if you're here for Star Trek, let's focus on this for the next at least an hour, couple hours. There will be opportunities for giveaways here on the stream, but everybody gets a free NFT. It's up in the upper left-hand corner. It's a Star Trek-inspired Nerds Unite, the positive community. Let's go to Join Queue. I started opening the queue a little earlier. So you go to digital.funko.com. I will drop that for everybody both on Twitch. I think you all know it, but just in case you don't. And on YouTube. There you go. Go to Join Queue. Unless you need to view the drop, you can look at the details. I think we've reviewed them enough here. All right, we got 10 minutes left before they let us in. What's that mean? In 10 minutes, they're gonna... Everybody that's in line, we're in the queue now, we're in line, or as they say in New York, on the line. We're there, we're ready. At the 10 minute and 22 seconds, when that goes by, we're gonna see a little progress bar. It's gonna put us all in there, jumble us all up in line, and then start letting us in to make purchases. I don't foresee this one selling out today, especially selling out quickly, so there's no rush. Take your time. It's going to put us in at some point. If you see you immediately can buy, cool. If you see it says 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, just be patient. You'll probably get in. You can buy your packs. Standard pack $9.99 gets you 5 NFTs. Premium pack $29.99 gets you 17 NFTs. Basically, that's 3 standard packs plus 2 extras for the same price. I recommend the premium packs, but you do what you need to do. You'll be able to crack those packs shortly after, and this one is not a drop exclusive. This is an important distinction between the Star Trek drop and the Star Wars drop. The Star Wars drop, whether it's next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now, whatever, will be a drop exclusive, meaning the purchase of packs will happen the same way that we're doing right now. If you go through the main drop day, the first drop, the first sales, primary sales, that's the word I was looking for. Then after you open your packs, things are different. You will only be able to buy, sell, and trade. They don't have a trade functionality, but trade with your peers on the drop marketplace. And that means that if you want to participate in that Star Wars drop and do things like chase a royalty set or buy a legendary, you're going to need USDC. If you haven't already, I have videos on YouTube on how to get USDC using Coinbase. All I did was go in, follow the instructions, and provide a little feedback and a video. Unfortunately, I don't know if you run into problems with Coinbase, you're going to have to take it up with Coinbase. If you want to use a different service, like somebody was trying to use Robinhood the other day, you're going to have to go through Robinhood. I don't know all the avenues. I'm not an expert. I'm just trying to provide you with a framework, and that video is helpful, I think. So hopefully those videos will help you. Do that now, not 2 days before the Star Wars drop, because some people are saying, I go to Coinbase, I set up the account, I try to transfer $200, it says I got to wait 48, 72 hours. You don't want to get caught with your Star Wars pants down. You don't want that to happen. Take care of it now. Hey, But Wasted, what's happening, man? How are you? But Wasted is here. Our friend Ed Pogue, who designed our fun Friday box game boxes, which we've been using since he sent them over. Thank you, Ed. Ed's a giant Star Trek fan. I know Ed's not a huge fan of the NFTs. We're gonna leave that out today, Ed. Hopefully we can keep that out of the conversation. But we're here to help you, bro. Whatever you need today, questions, definitions, whatever, we're here for you. Let us know, and please let us know what your experience is today. If you open those packs and you get some stuff, we'll be excited for you, bro. You think y'all would consider me an expert? Well, I appreciate that. I have put in, what is it you have to put in, like 7,000 hours or something? I must be approaching that. I've spent a lot of time in the NFT space since Funko first announced they were getting in, and I started making my Nerd Unite ones. And I love it, personally. It's not for everybody. I get that. But I think this space is evolving, and we're going to see a lot more. And hopefully people get used to it and are cool with it. Coinbase does have a waiting period if you have a new account. We waited 6 days before we could transfer. So there you go, Pop and Duo backing me up here. Make sure if you're planning on getting into the Star Wars, you're going to need USDC. Start taking care of that like ASAP, like today or tomorrow. Maybe after this drop. Thank you, Ed. I appreciate you. Ed's been so supportive over the years, both when I worked at Funko and then here when I'm on my own doing my streaming and my NFTs and all that stuff. Ed's been so supportive, and I appreciate that so much. He and his wife are just amazing people. Collection name is just TNG.Funko. Oh, perfect. Do you think we'll ever see a Breaking Bad NFT drop? Oh, Funko fan. How are you, bud? By the way, shout out to Funko Fan 34. He streams here on Twitch as well. Good, positive community. I'm sorry I missed your streams over the weekend, bud, but he does a great job. So if you guys are ever looking for more content, Funko Fan 34 is streaming more than I am now. Make sure you follow him on Twitch and check out his content. Just a great guy. They haven't shown anything about the Star Wars redeemables yet. No, which is good. I think you need to wait till Star Trek has a couple of days under its belt. So hopefully we'll see something Friday. Ed's super nice, and when he finally got the NFT bug because of this set, I pointed him. I saw that Comic Zombie on Twitter. Thank you for helping him. Would you just try to get the royalty or buy a couple packs and take a shot? So, James, here's my philosophy on this. We only have 5 minutes before the packs go live, y'all. So I'll be opening, before I answer that question, you can open multiple tabs. This is important for anybody else. If you do want to open multiple tabs, I recommend having different browsers. So, for instance, up on the screen now, you guys see... yeah, it shows it correctly. I've got, this is Chrome that's open, and I'm going to have one tab open there. If you want to open another one, don't open another tab. Like, don't click the plus button and open another tab in here, because what'll happen is you end up at the same spot in line twice. Instead, maybe go to New Incognito window, and you could do one that way. Or you can go, I also have Firefox installed on my computer. I'm going to use that, or use multiple devices. Like get your phone, your iPad, whatever else you can get on the internet with. I wouldn't recommend like doing that with a Switch. I don't think that'd be so good. That'd be kind of tough to navigate. Digital.funko.com is where you want to go. I'm opening up a second one, and I'll put them side by side up here so we can see them. You'll still need to sign in with Drop. So get signed in. As always, I recommend you use the two-step verification. It's a good security measure to make sure that no one else gets into your account. It unfortunately happened to one of our community, and he lost all of his legendaries and grails. And he knows this, we've already talked, but if you have the two-factor authentication on, it could have been prevented, because that would have required getting a text or using an app like I'm using to get your 6-digit number that you type in to gain access. So make sure you turn on that two-factor authentication. It is imperative to protect yourself. All right, we're going to join the queue there. I've got 2 tabs up in front of me here. Yo, Wombat Gamers rating with a party of, 94. I'm sorry, I missed that. Welcome, everybody. Hey, come on in. My name is Sully. I'm a variety streamer, Twitch partner, Gold Wax ambassador. My NFTs are featured in Wombat Dungeon Master, and welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you to everybody. I'm sorry I missed y'all coming in. My sound has been a little off. I didn't hear the music. We are focusing on the Star Trek TNG drop from Funko today. If you've ever wondered how this works, you're in at just the right time. We can walk you through it step by step. You can ask your questions. If you're getting in on it too, awesome. Hang here with us. I'll be doing some giveaways. Everybody that comes by the stream today is eligible for a free NFT inspired by Star Trek TNG right there. Just type in !free NFT in the chat on Twitch. Or go up to the top where it's pinned, fill out the form, give me your wax address, not a .dp address, and I will send you a free NFT either this afternoon or tomorrow. You can do it with it whatever you want. Whatever you want. You can sell it, you can trade it, whatever. Yeah, let's look at the redeemables real quick. That's actually a good call. So I'm opening up multiple tabs to get in the queue here for Star Trek TNG. But if I open up digital.funko.com, quick 30-second overview. Funko puts out packs of NFTs. You open the packs if you want. If you get lucky, you pull a legendary or a grail. And if you pull a legendary or a grail, then in a few months after the redemption period is ended, they will send you a pop. If you get the grail, you get Judge Q. Here's what the NFT looks like. Here's what the actual pop you would receive looks like. If you're lucky enough to pull a legendary Captain Picard, Mr. Patrick Stewart, there he is at the helm. You get the actual physical NFT. If you're lucky enough to pull a Wheaton Wesley Crusher legendary, there's what the NFT would look like when you pull it, and there's the actual physical pop. You could also get Worf, and if you hang around, we'll go over this in great detail. We don't have enough time to do it in 30 seconds. Complete a royalty set, and you will receive Freddy Funko, Funko's mascot, as Locutus Aborg. This is one of the coolest royalties ever, and I'm very excited about getting it. So once again, if you want to get in on this, go to digital.funko.com. Thank you all for the follows. Gabriel, Valkyria, Tom Kett, appreciate you all. Digital.funko.com. Geller Will, make sure you follow the instructions. Type in !free NFT in the chat. It'll bring up a form. Fill out that form. Unfortunately, I can't pull from the chat. I know some people have a bot or something set up to do that. I can't do that. Hey, there's Dr. Crispy, tier 1, 36 months. Let's go, Dr. Crispy. But fill out that form, and I will get those distributed this afternoon or tomorrow. Joe Mama. Hey, Joe Mama, what's happening? Just typed it in the chat. It brings up forms.gle/8u3 blah, 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 blah. Click that. Fill it out. I will send you your free NFT, most likely tomorrow morning. And then you can do whatever you want with it. Lord, that goes for you. Zuku, that goes for you as well. Unfortunately, if you put your wax address in the chat, I will not be able to send you a free NFT. You got to follow the instructions. There you go. Poppin' stock, helping Weasel. I didn't see the question, but there it is. We're down to 20 seconds left. Just a reminder, if you're really excited about getting into this drop, you can open multiple tabs. That's what I'm trying to do right now on my other computer, is add one more tab. I probably won't get in time. But I have 2 up already, so I'm probably okay. And here we go. We got a progress bar, got a little bit of a node on it. It's going to count down here in just a second, and it's going to say, hey, you're in the queue, and you have this much time left, or you're in the queue, and you can make your purchase now. As per the last few drops from Funko, you are limited not to how many packs you can get, but how much money you can spend. Only $120 per shot. I.e., you can buy 4 premium packs, 12 standard, or a combination thereof. Be careful, take your time. These aren't going to sell out in 10 seconds. You got plenty of time to get in and make your purchases, so slow down, don't make mistakes. Look at this, on the right tab on the screen, I have less than a minute. Chances are, I'm not buying that many packs today. I'm going to buy 3 packs today, I think. And that's the only chance I'm going to take from the primary market. I may buy some on the secondary, but I don't want to go nuts. 4 minutes for Peking. Dr. Crispy says he's doing the same. By the way, any of y'all who came over with the raid, Dr. Crispy's NFTs are also included in Wombat Dungeon Master. He does some streaming as well. He's been active lately doing some more Lorcana pack rips. Make sure you guys follow Dr. Crispy in the chat as well. Him and Funko Fan 34 are both doing great stuff here. Okay, I got 2 chances to buy. I don't need to. I'm not going to buy multiple times. I'm going to go ahead and close this one. I'm going to focus on this one here. Like I said, you can buy up to 4 premium packs. If you go over, it'll give you a warning. Or 12 standard, or a combination of the 2. I recommend premium. I'm just going to buy 3 premiums today. That's the only chance I'm taking. If I buy anything else, it'll be because I buy them on the secondary market. And I'm going to put in my credit card info, but not while showing you guys on screen. I can be dumb sometimes, but not that dumb. So we'll focus on another screen while I make my purchase. 5555 5555 55555555. I have the craziest, coolest, easiest credit card number of all time. And then my hey, look, it's also 555. That's crazy. I heard somewhere that somebody's figured out a way to listen to keyboard strokes to figure out what somebody's credit card number is. So I don't know if that's real or not. I hope not. By the way, while I'm thinking about it, if anybody was collecting the Back to the Future stuff, you have until the 15th to turn in your coins. Make sure you get that taken care of as quickly as possible. Don't miss out if you have the coins. Zach Bonifer says, once you pull a Grail or Legendary, you'll have to buy another one. I think you're right. I think you're right. Okay, my purchase for my 3-packs went through. Perfect. I'll bring this tab back over. And I am going to crack an early pack. You guys seem to have had really good luck with cracking those early packs. So I'm going to do one as well. Let's go back up to the top. Go to my packs. Wharf Legendary for Lender. She already nailed it. Let's go. I'm going to open pack 7522. Hopefully the audio is set correctly. It is. Let's go. Thank you, Nikki K. Love the packs. Love the card design. So cool. Look at that. I still think they should do something with all these card backers. First pack, Picard and Q for Comic Zombie. Comic Zombie, you've been struggling lately. Congratulations, bro. That's awesome. Look at there. A Legendary and a Grail for Comic Zombie in one pack. That's amazing. All right. Let's take a look, see what I got. First card out, Common Q. You don't get anything for the commons, but you do need them to complete the royalty set. That's important, so they are not worthless. Second one out, Uncommon Will Riker. Number 2. Number 1. Captain Picard, Common, 3304. Thank you to Star Trek and Funko for not putting the TMs in there. Uncommon Data with Spot, 3294. Common Judge Q, 2554. Crispy, just commons and uncommons. Uncommon Data, 3315. Uncommon Captain Picard, number 623. Common Will Riker, 4739. I love these with the logo, the Starfleet logo in the background. That's really cool. Second pack, a Q. No way. Did you get 2 Qs? Or that first pack, Picard, second pack Q? If you got 2 Qs, hey, Batoista got a Legendary Picard. Let's go. That's awesome. Ziggy No says, I'm getting an error, no reserved assets yet. You're getting that error when? When you try to purchase, Ziggy? You shouldn't be seeing any error. It's working for us. Captain Picard, number 1629. That's a common. Common Data with Spot, number 1199. Had to do it again. So you just keep trying and then it worked. 2 Qs for Comic Zombie, who had bad luck. That's 2 Grails. That's amazing. Uncommon Freddy Funko as Locutus Aborg. Don't be confused. This is not the royalty set. They use the same art multiple times, some static, some motion. This is an uncommon. You don't get a pop for pulling this, but it is still cool, and you still need it for the royalty set. Common Captain Picard, number 6448. Hey, epic. Okay, now these epics are important. We need these to complete our royalty set. They are the most rare, in other words, the least number of these is produced of all of the cards you'll need to complete a royalty set. To complete a royalty set, you need all the commons, uncommons, rares, and epics. You don't have to worry about Legendary and Grail. Those are bonus. But if you complete the royalty set, that's how you get the Freddy as Locutus Aborg. And we'll go through that again in a minute when we look at the checklist. But these epics are imperative. We need these. And so today, on top of opening packs, your main focus should be to complete all the epics for however many royalty sets you need. And I'm going to tell you when to buy. I got the pro tips for you. Don't start buying them yet on the secondary. Common Data, 6510. Common Data, 1328. Notice these are both commons, they're both data, but they're different cards. They have different template IDs. You'll need one of each going towards your royalty set. Common Data with Spot, 431. 3 commons, all the data. I kind of wish there was more variety, but I get it with the art. It gets expensive. Only 11 epics in the set. Thank you, Randy. That's 2 weeks in a row. And I think this might be my last card. Let's see. Common Freddy Funko as Locutus Borg 2822. So that was not a great pack, but I don't like using terminology like that pack was crap or trash or anything like that. A lot of hard work went into this. You still need the commons, uncommons, rares, and epics to complete your royalty sets. And honestly, if your attitude is you opened a pack and it's trash, that's on you. You're gonna have to work on your own attitude. 2Q1 Picard. That's amazing, Comic Zombie. Congratulations. Swarty, what's up, bro? Got 2 Wharf legendaries, couple of epics, not bad for 4 packs. If you pull 2 legendaries and 4 packs, you're winning. Anybody tells you otherwise, they're lying. They don't know what they're talking about. You're winning. So there we go. I opened my first pack out of 3. We didn't get anything that would, we didn't get a legendary or grail. So I'm not guaranteed to do a community pack yet. But for those of you who came over, if you want to hang around, if I pull a legendary or a grail in one of these next 2 packs, we will do a community pack, meaning I will buy that, I will open it, and the contents will go to you. I have given away legendaries and grails before, so hang around, pull up a seat, learn some things, and hang around for when I open the next pack, which we'll probably do in about 15-20 minutes. In the meantime, what we need to start doing is looking at the secondary market. So once again, I'm going to show you guys this, and we're going to talk about this royalty set. Today, whatever you've heard from anybody else, ignore. Listen to me. Buy your packs and open your packs if that's a focus. If your other focus is getting that Freddy as Locutus Borg, I've got the best advice for you. We've pieced this together over a couple of years now, 2.5 years. The epics are going to go up for sale here on the secondary market in a few minutes. And I'm going to tell you when to swoop in. Don't swoop in yet. I bought the Mickey and Friends royalty sets for like $50, $55. I completed royalty sets almost every single time cheaper than anybody else is able to do it, and I'm sharing the information with you. So here we go. This is how you're going to do it. The Star Trek TNG set, if you want to complete a royalty set, you need one of every common. There's 29 of those. I'm looking at the checklist on Drop's website using the little radar up here. So you can look at your collection and see where you're at. I'm about 21% through after that first pack. We need all 29 commons. I only have 10. We need all 21 uncommons. I only have 5. We need all 15 rares. I got none. But guess what? Commons, uncommons, and rares are pennies. They are cheap. Don't worry about those right now. Do not worry about those today. You're wasting time if you do. The epics are where your focus needs to be. There are 11 of them. We need 1 of each to get our royalty set, and that's what we're going to focus on first. Butwaisa says, I got my Picard from a standard pack, and I got an epic Worf from a premium pack. Nice. You technically have the same odds. Yo, what's up, Busking? You technically have the same odds on each turn of the card of pulling a legendary or a grail, but because the premium pack comes with 2 extra NFTs, by buying a premium pack, you're increasing your odds of pulling a legendary or a grail. Collecting Cali says, I didn't get the one I wanted out of 3 premiums, got the grail though. I'm happy, but I wanted Picard. Well, Collecting Cali, that's the best case scenario. If you want to, you can sell that grail and you could buy multiple Picards. Or you can hold that grail and you can still add the Picard to your collection by buying the legendary off the secondary market, and we'll look at that today. All right, so in chasing the epics, here's what you need to do. We need to go over to a tool called Chain Champs. This is another market that watches everything that goes on Wax in real time. Now, key element here is as these packs are open, this is a little different from the early days. So the last time Ed was in the NFTs, you had to buy your packs. If you wanted to buy or sell something, it had to be transferred over to Wax, and then you could buy or sell over there. Well, now we have 2 markets. We have the Wax market, and we have the Drop marketplace. The Drop marketplace is not live yet. It will go live later, but Wax will be live right now, and people will be adding things to it. So this is where I'm going to focus my attention first, then we will also add in the Drop marketplace. Come over to Chain Champs. I'll give you a link once we get all the way there. Go to Buy Live. What we want to do is see the epics as they go up live. We want to go to Collections, type in TNG, because we know that's the name of the collection. Is it not listing yet? 2 premium packs, 3 rares. Not ideal, Laney Lane, but those are the odds. The next pack may have 2 grails. You don't know. Hey, what's up, Connor? I pulled 1 epic out of my first pack. I haven't opened more yet. Okay, Jasp is working on this now. Jasp actually runs the site, so hopefully when he gets ready, he'll let us know and he'll share a link. While we're waiting on that, we can go and look at the market in other places. Atomic Hub is one that I like to go to. That's the wrong spot. Their utility here has been not as quick lately. It takes a little time to load, but it's still very helpful. Go to Market, search Collection TNG. Walking Miracle got a Wharf. Nice. Sithir Jedi got 3 Wesleys, 2 in the same pack. Last week on my 4th pack, I think it was, or 3rd, I pulled 2 legendaries back to back. Yeah, Pop and Sock, that's accurate. I wonder what he meant when I read that, but I wasn't going to trip him up. I'm sure he's focusing hard right now. Collection TNG, nothing's coming up. Let's try Funko. Maybe it's a blockchain issue. It's probably a blockchain issue. Why don't think is a good price on the Pirates? Oh, I haven't, James, I haven't looked at that in a while. I'd love to look at that a little bit later in the stream. I'm going to focus on Star Trek right now as to not confuse anybody. I don't like jumping around too much, even though I have a squirrel brain. All right, let's see if TNG's not coming up there. Sometimes this happens, gangs. The blockchain, Wax blockchain is fantastic, and it handles a lot of transactions. Sometimes you just have to be patient. I'm just going to try to bring up the collection here first, and we'll look from there. Colors, whatever you wrote in there, it thinks it's a link, so I can't see it. T. Walter says 4 premium, 2 epics. Odd are not in my favor. Good luck all, says T. Walter. Well, yeah, unfortunately it happens that way sometimes. Oh, that's cool, Bakavali. I don't think it would have any extra value myself. I don't know if anybody collects the last pack. But you could always hold it for a little while, put it up and see what happens, and then you could always open it later. Ziggy, other people have said that too, but I personally just like the fact that it's all completely randomized from the pool. I mean, like I said, I pulled 2 legendaries last week, but I also opened up 3 or 4 other packs that had no redeemables. And you know what? All in all, I think I was happy with the way I came out on that deal. It seems everybody wants things done a certain way for it to be fair. I think what Funko has established as fair is fair, just maybe not to everybody's liking. Oh, that's right, Walking Miracle. Congratulations on that. Let's go back over. I want to look at those epics, but I'm going to see first if this is working over here on Chain Champs, because this is honestly the only place I like to look. This service is just so rock solid. Okay, nothing yet. Let's go on rarity. Let's look at only epics. And here's I'm going to tell you right now: don't buy epics yet. People are going to be asking $10 to $20 for an epic. There's no way that the secondary community. That the community on the secondary market is going to pay $10 to $20. What we want to do is watch and see what the epics do over the next hour or two. Almost always, the market goes... Here, I'll do another one of my very sad visuals. Almost always, and this is always up for change. Every time we think we've got things dialed in, we see changes. Over the next 2 hours, we're going to see a spike on the epics, and then we're going to see a drop on the epics, and then we'll probably see some activity like this. What we want to do is try to hit that low point right there and buy our epics for, I'm hoping, under $7 per epic. Maybe under 6, maybe even under 5. But what we can do is we can watch and see when these epics start selling using Jasp's tool, that Chain Champs, and then that'll give us a good idea on that's okay, that's what the market says is okay. They're buying at this price, which means we can get at this price. Oh, Jasp has a link for us. Excellent. Thank you, Jasp. So we're going to bring this up. I'm trying to copy it. There we go. All right, here we go. And that is in the chat where everybody can see it, and I'll drop it over on YouTube as well for you guys. This is the link if you want to see the same thing that I'm seeing on screen. Now, you're going to see these images change. See how we're seeing new images appear? Because this is a live view at the market. In other words, as something is listed for sale, it shows here before anywhere else. They just have theirs dialed in so it's faster. Now I want to filter this because I don't want to look at everything. My main focus, like I said, is the epics. So I'm going to go click on epic here. And here we go. We're seeing these for sale. In a few seconds, we'll see more as people are listing them for sale. What we want to do is watch this page like a hawk over the next hour or two, or you can leave and come back. But as we watch it, I'm going to tell you when I think it's time to go. My theory, again, is to try to get them at the lowest cost, because what's going to happen is in completing our royalty sets, we need to get all those epics. If you have watched any of the drops so far and waited until it's time for redemption, which is going to be in 120 days, those last few days, if you haven't completed your royalty set and you're trying to, the epics can get out of control. Ooh, Zach Monifer, congratulations, the number 2 legendary Picard. That's amazing. Nadu6 got a legendary Picard. Amazing. Nadu6, another legendary Worf in the same pack. Look at you guys go. That's amazing. So anyway, we're going to be watching this. We'll jump back and forth. We'll come back here multiple times, but my gut tells me not as popular of a drop as some of the previous ones. I don't think there will be a sellout. I do think that the Freddy Funko as Locutus Borg is going to be a very hot commodity. So I'm betting we can get these epics between $7 and $8. If we can get them even lower, amazing. Ziggy Nez says, why is the Space Jam royalty so cheap? Hey, what's up, baby?
Hi.
How'd it go?
What?
How'd it go?
Oh, what if it's madness? But it was good. Say hi real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Pop
know
on
you
in.
like interruption.
No, you're fine.
Hi, guys. How's it going? I survived the middle school volunteering.
Yeah. And?
Totally different than I expected.
Okay.
I volunteered a ton in elementary school with Macy because I'm the mom with one child.
Yeah.
So, the elementary kids are so much cooler.
Cooler than the intermediate kids.
Way cooler.
Wow, okay.
The middle school children are like toddlers in large, awkward bodies.
So they start cool and then get awkward.
They're just so poorly behaved.
Wow, okay.
And then we were bringing the middle schoolers, did you already tell them what I was doing?
No, I did not.
To the elementary so that the band and choir could perform for them. It's like to recruit the elementary kids to want to be in band or choir. And getting the middle school kids across the parking lot to the elementary school is like herding cats.
I bet.
But then you get to the elementary and all these classes of little kids, like kindergarten and 5th grade, perfect angels.
Yep.
All in line, doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. I was like, okay. It was interesting, but it was fun.
Oh, you had fun?
They did really
That's
good.
the key.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
How are the packs coming along?
Oh, I only opened one and didn't pull anything yet, but we're now watching the market to see about buying the epics. And there's been some good luck in the chat. Comic Zombie pulled a legendary and a grail in the same pack.
Okay.
Nadu's gotten a few legendaries.
Nice. Hi, Miss Jessie Star.
Oh my, is it Friday already, says Nadu?
No, just happened to be off today.
I love the herding cats
Sure.
phrase.
Oh,
it's just so
Well, I always used to
perfect.
say that about coaching the little kids at golf.
Yeah.
They're angels compared to this.
Oh boy.
These kids think they know everything.
And did they all have a Stanley attached to their...
They tried. We made them leave them behind.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, we should have gone over and grabbed all the Stanleys.
I was sweatshirts because they'll have to wear these choir shirts, or the band ones are the same, but they're maroon. And I'm like, I'll take your sweatshirt. I'll take your sweatshirt. Oh, can't wear that. I'll take your hat.
Oh wow.
It was funny. Yeah.
Whatever they could do to not abide by the rules.
Literally.
Just to push the boundaries.
Literally.
Oh yeah, I remember being that way a little bit.
Yep. Crazy. Kay, I don't want to interrupt.
Are you good? All right. Love you too,
Okay,
bud.
do you
Good.
need anything?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Oh, are you G fueling?
Mm-hmm. G fueling.
Okay.
Well, early, so it doesn't affect my sleep.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, guys. Have fun. Good luck.
What's up, Project Gonzo? Charlie was downstairs. She wasn't feeling so great earlier. Her breakfast came up. Our new dog, and I decided I didn't want to have her up here and have to deal with that at the same time. So right before I went live, I took her down and put her in her kennel, and she was just chilling, taking a nap. Let's see, what were other questions? Oh, you asked about why is the Space Jam royalty so cheap? You know, it always comes down to one thing: supply and demand. The supply on that one actually probably isn't all that great, but the demand just isn't that high. If you think you want it and the price is low, don't hesitate. Get in and buy it. The good people in the stock market, good tips will always tell you, if everybody's selling, you want to buy. If everybody's buying, you want to sell. Like, if it's going down in price, jump on it. Okay, so we're going back to the epics, and we're taking a look at the epics. Now, right here, We've seen some come down in price, $9.99, $8.87. That's not cheap enough yet. Also, what I use as a rule of thumb is watch those top 2 rows. You see how one says canceled right over here? That means somebody had listed it and then canceled the listing, most likely because they relisted it for cheaper, which I do see it 1 row up for 9 cents cheaper, whatever. The games that people play are insane. What we want to see is, instead of canceled, we want to see, say, sold, meaning some people will actually have sold theirs. We want to see that happen at least about half of the ones listed on the top 2 rows. So if there are 16, we want to see about 8 of those sold. That's when we'll know that the price has reached a nice low point that we should be jumping in ourselves. Not a single one is sold yet, which means, literally, not a single epic has sold on the secondary market yet, most likely. There might have been one earlier before we got this situated. If you're using Chain Champs, you want to make sure to go in the upper right-hand corner and log in with your Wax wallet. That way, if you see something you want, you can actually click on it and buy it right here from this view. And I will be doing that. Oh, I'm in Firefox. I forgot. Let me open this over here and get signed in. I forgot I even had 2 going right now. And I'm going to have to put in my authenticator code. About 4 premium packs ended up with an epic, a legendary Picard, legendary Wesley, and 2... You won, Weasel. You won the whole thing. 4 legendaries and 4 premium packs. That's better than I've ever done, I think. I might have had 1 day that was close to that, but... It's not good when your code starts at 666. I'm not using that one. Okay. There we go. I'm getting logged in. Put in my code. Now, once you're logged in on Chain Champs, if you see something, you can click it, and it will use your Wax wallet to buy it. It will actually spend your Wax. So make sure you're paying attention to what you're doing. And you can apply filters over here, too. Once we see the price start coming down, you can say, hey, don't show me anything unless it's under $12. I could put max 12 over on the side. I think we're fine putting that in. We can lower that as necessary. You can use this same approach for Betwasted and anybody else to buy legendaries and grails. Let me drop this link for everybody that might be following along at home that wants to buy the epics. There it is. This is all the epics for TNG live as they show up under $12. I'll put this over here for you on YouTube as well. Let's do the same thing now, but for legendaries. So for folks like Betwasted who probably want to get those legendaries. Actually, let's just do this. Go to Chain Champs, TNG, take off the epic, switch this to legendary. So in case you don't know, if you didn't pull a legendary from a pack, that's okay. You still have multiple opportunities to get that legendary because before the physicals are delivered. And then, of course, you could buy it then. But as people pull legendaries today, they're going to put them up for sale on the market. Oh, I got to take off the under 12. We're probably not going to see one for under $12. There we go. You can buy the legendary. You can buy the grail. You can wait until the redemption or the snapshot occurs, and then they hand out coins. Those coins, you can then buy those. So you get at least a couple more opportunities to buy them instead of just pulling them from packs. Maybe you do like I do. I open 3 or 4 packs. I see how it goes. And then I go, you know what? I'm not going to take any more gambles. I've taken as many gambles as I can or as I want to. I'm only going to focus on buying the legendaries or grails at a price that I feel is fair. Some of you may go, all of this is unfair. These should be under $20. I should be able to buy them without going through the NFTs. That's not how Funko's distributing them. So if you want them, you just have to play the game, right? I think a fair price on any legendary, if I can get it for 20 to 40 bucks, I'm pretty dang happy. And there are going to be some of those. I guarantee we're going to be able to get Will Wheaton at under 40 bucks. I see one at 40 already, but I'm not willing to pull the trigger yet. I want to wait. I want to see what happens. What's up, Captain Sadi? I owe you an answer to a tweet. I apologize, I haven't done that yet. What's up, Tanner? I opened 1 pack already, and I pulled an epic. We're going to open another pack here in a few minutes. I always like to get into the epic focus, which is what I have on screen right now before I go too far into the day. Misty says, looking for some epics. If anybody wants to do any trades or anything in the chat, absolutely feel free to share that. Here's what I ask, though. Take your extras, put them over in Atomic Hub or in your Wax wallet, and then when you say, I've got extras or I need something, include your Wax wallet. Help each other out. Send actual trade offers, and then finish those trades over using tools on the Wax blockchain. Minimize the back and forth. Put in what you have or what you need. Put in your Wax wallet. There you go, Ziggy. You're on it. A trail got 3 legendary crushers. That's amazing. Congratulations. I really want that one for my collection. Captain Sadi, how are you, bro? Okay, the epics aren't selling, but they're coming down. $9, $9.06, $9, $9.24, $8.78. Again, we want to watch this until we see these come down and we start seeing sold. While we're waiting, and here's legendaries as well. What are the legendaries doing? They're not coming down in price yet, but they will. While we're waiting on that, I'm going to open another pack. You guys wish me luck, because if I pull a legendary or a grail, we will be doing a community pack. So let me crack another one. I'm going to open 6122. 5s and 7s haven't been doing anything for me. 6122. This is the one. I'm going to have a better day today. We're going to open this one right now and see what happens. Drum roll in the chat for me, please. Wish me luck. Hopefully that turns into luck for everybody. Nice, NFTuesday. That's very loud. Sorry about that. Thank you, Callie. Thank you, Funkomatic Tech. All right, here we go. 101 right out of the gate, right? First one's a 101, right? Oh, okay, hey, the coin. One of the most popular questions I get, what's the coin for? Just to collect. Doesn't get you anything. It can't be traded in for anything. Doesn't get you a pop. Doesn't get you a coin. Doesn't get you an enamel pin. You can't use it to craft. It's just a cool extra item. That's what it's for. All right, next up. Common Will Riker 5659. All right, pack, by the way, I forgot to tell the pack this. Pack, we want legendaries and grails. If you got some of those in the pool, bring them on down for me. Would love, just, how about 8 back-to-back grails? If that happens, I'll give one away. You couldn't hear it, NFTuesday? Weird. All right, next up, common data with Spot, number 4793. Rare, Captain Picard, that's my first rare. 3303. We need those. Oh, same Walking Miracle. I appreciate that they didn't force us. The Lego Mumbo Jumbo's down at the bottom and it's hidden. Thank you. Looks great. Very funny, Comic Zombie. Next up, rare Deanna Troi. 2967. Rare Will Riker. 3 rares in a row. After not getting a rare in the first pack at all, maybe this pack is just going to ramp up and then like end in 3 grails. Rare Wesley Crusher. What am I just going to complete the rares on this one? Common Judge Q 2812. 2 packs, 5 epics. Let's go, says David Vu. That's awesome. Ziggy No says the coin has created the illusion of more value. I see what you're going for on that, but the value of anything is what people are willing to spend on it. So it isn't an illusion. There is true value in those coins. You could look, and they sell for way more than a common, an uncommon, or an epic, which is funny because there are far more of them, and they probably shouldn't. But there is actual value. You could argue maybe they shouldn't have that value, but they're there. All right, next up. Another epic Wesley Crusher. Wait, no, I didn't get the epic. I got the rare, so I got another epic. That's my second one. Let's go. This pack is not bad. It would be better with the legendary or grail, but I'm pretty happy with this one so far. Next up, common data with Spot, number 4485. Come on, legendary or grail. Another epic, and this one, Deanna Troi, number 1667. I think we can officially say this pack has gotten into good territory. Common Captain Picard, ooh, 6667. Common data, 6121. Common Wharf, 3913. Come on, legendary grail. Come on, legendary grail. Uncommon Captain Picard, 2142. Uncommon Locutus Borg, 2772. Uncommon Deanna Troi, 2124. I think this is the last slot we got coming up next, and that is Common Wharf 757. Those are my lucky numbers, 5 and 7, so it ended pretty strong on that one. We did pull, what was it, 4 rares. 1, 2, 3, 4 rares, 2 epics. Not a horrible pack. Could be better, but every one of these packs, we're going for the luck of the draw. We know that's what it's all about. This isn't going to complete our royalty sets just by opening packs. We might get lucky with legendary grail or even a 101. That would be the dream. But we have the power to get what we want by buying it on the secondary market. So that's what we're going to focus on. I'll open another one in a little bit, and hopefully we pull that legendary or grail. Notice I'm back to the epics. Still none selling. Nobody's buying. We're watching everything, and nobody's buying. But the epics are dropping. 822, 924. 924 seems to be like the lowest on many. 832. $12 for Q. It shouldn't be that expensive. It will come down. Oh, there's a $9 one. But none are selling. Still too early to buy. Don't do it yet. Randy, I would restart your search because they're definitely on there. In fact, I have a filter over here. Let me just give you this link. Randy, just bring this one up. Way better than Atomic Hub. This is using Chain Champs. Real time. We can see every legendary that's been listed in the last, 10 minutes? The cheapest we've got for Wharf is $72. The cheapest for Wesley Crusher was $40. Cheapest for Captain Picard was $60. Those are going to come down. Guaranteed. And Detroit Pop Guys letting us know that the drop market is open as well. Let's take a quick second to look at that. For anybody that's unfamiliar, the drop market is in the same place where you open your packs. You go to Marketplace in the upper left. It's behind the logo in the upper left. And you come down to where it says Star Trek right here. And this is the marketplace run by Funko and Drop. When you're looking at these, how to quickly read this, the number underneath is the lowest asking price on the market. In other words, if I wanted to buy a pack right now, premium, the cheapest one on the market is $35.95. That is not value. That is lowest asking price. Don't ever get those confused. It's easy to do. That's how our brain works. But that's how much people are asking for it. And that's in USDC. You can't use your wax on drop. It's unfortunate. I wish you could. You can't. That's caused some problems with some people. But honestly, I've noticed that the drop marketplace has been cheaper than the... the drop marketplace has been cheaper than the wax market in a lot of cases. Very interesting that it's come down, down, down. It's just because it's simple for people. They don't have to transfer. They don't have to use multiple wallets. I think that's the case anyway. Captain Picard, 55 and up. Crusher, 45 and up. Wharf, 79 and up. And then epics are 9, 7, 750, 7, 9, 7, 7, 7. So already they're at a price that I think is more attractive. But I'm not buying yet. I'm still going to wait and see. How do I open packs that I didn't open directly after purchase? Okay, so Betwasted, log into your drop account. Go in the upper right-hand corner next to your account. I'm hovering over it now. 2 little cards. Click there. This shows everything in your inventory. And then on the left-hand side over here, filter to unopened. And you should see your packs right here at the top. Why do you think the drop marketplace is typically cheaper than wax? Because the wax price fluctuates? No, I think it's a simplistic, a simple thing. Streamlined, easy. People don't want to deal with multiple wallets. They don't want to deal in a cryptocurrency or multiple cryptocurrencies. They're just like, look, I've opened the packs here. I'm collecting here. I'm just going to get the USDC and I'm going to stay right there. What percent do you think will be burned today? I would guess 30 to 40. But I don't know where the pack sales are right now. There's literally just an early guess. I would have told you that before the drop started today. Did you find it, Betwasted? Monster Pete asks, what is a 101? I love this question. And it's going to be followed up by another question, but let me see if I can guess it for you. Literally in the name of the thing. It is literally an NFT that can be pulled from the packs that there is one of in the world. I'm still chasing my first one. I would love to add one. I want to show you guys what they look like for TNG because we're probably not pulling one from a pack. So I'm actually going to go and show you what the template looks like, if this will load. There you go. Punk says, I find drop to be easier. I hate that it's 0.05 floor drop market, meaning the cheapest you can list it for is 5 cents. I don't see a problem with it myself. They have to make money, and I bet the transactions, because of all the storage and stuff, would end up costing them more. To me, the 5 cents is worth it. What are you talking about? Like 30 NFTs, 5 cents a piece, $1.50. I mean, everybody has a different opinion. I personally don't see it as an issue, but if you do, you can go to Wax and you can buy over there cheaper. All right, I'm gonna bring up the 101 so you guys can see them. They used to make 6 for each drop. 3 of them were Freddy Funko, 3 were Max Tokenhead, the mascot for drop. Unfortunately, they've done away with that, which I think was a move in the wrong direction. I'd like to see a few more 101s and rare items. But there are 3 Freddy Funko as Locutus Borg, literally out of the, 36,000 packs or whatever that went out? only 6 packs will have a 1/1. I've never pulled one, but I'm one degree of separation away from multiple people that have. The Freddy Funko as Locutus Abor Gold. This is what it looks like. The next question you're going to ask is, what do I get for the 1/1? That mentality is bad. The 1/1 is the value. It is a 1/1. You don't need a physical item to go with it. They're not going to make a 1/1 physical item. That would be silly. They're giving you a 1/1. The value is what somebody's willing to pay for it. Some of these have gone for hundreds. Some of them have gone for thousands. They're amazing. I want one so bad. I just haven't been lucky enough to pull one from a pack yet. So that's what the 1/1s look like. They don't change hands a lot because there's not a lot of people that are willing to spend the money. I'll get stuck with lots of commons at the end with wax I can sell for fractions of a penny, and it's more than zero. You're not wrong. Also, the queue for selling and drop is a race to a bottleneck at 5 cents. It's price control. It will lead to waste. Well, in the long run, Funko has the power to curb that. I've been saying it since the very beginning when I first learned what a blend was, and I really hope that somebody at Funko eventually gets it, listens, and does something with it. If they would institute blends or crafting, those commons would once again have value. And I personally am holding out for that day. I think it's a natural progression of things, and we will eventually see NFTs, the commons, being used for other things. And once we get there, those diamond hands holding those commons is going to pay off. You don't have to pay for storage on drop. Keep the commons. Keep them in there. If you can sell them, great. If not, you can't figure out how to open them? Okay, Ed, no worries. Just hold on to them. You don't have to pay for storage. So when you come in and you see all these, Ed, you should see the open button down below. If you don't, what do you see? You went to the cards, you went to filtered, you went to unopened. Did you then click on open? I'm not trying to call you stupid. You just may see something different. I know it sounds like that, but that's not what I'm doing. Yeah, I imagine he's seeing something different, Misty. Yeah, can you see him? That's the main question. Yeah, no, Ziggy, I hear you. I hear you. But all that costs money for them, too. The storage and stuff. Oh, but Twisted, you may be looking at it from a different view. Try this again. Go to drop.io. Just go through these steps with me and you'll be fine. Go to drop.io. Make sure you're logged in the upper right. Go to the 2 cards. Not the radar. Not the little circles with the line, but the 2 cards right here. Click that. Click unopened on the left. I think what you were looking at was your pack, your tracking, which is the little radar thing. Make sure you're on the 2 cards up there. Then you should see it. Because the view you might have been in, if you go to the radar and you're looking at a set, you might have been looking at this view that shows your packs. That view won't let you open. You got to make sure you're on the 2 cards in the upper right. Yeah, and looking on a computer versus a phone is probably going to be a lot easier, I would guess. I personally don't do any of this on my phone, except for at a necessity every once in a while I'm out and about. I don't like having to fight through it myself. Okay, Epics. Epics are still not selling. Remember my cue here. Look at the top 2 rows. We want about half of those to be selling. They are not. But the prices are $8.87, $8.50, $7.85, $9, $8.13, $8, $8.32. They're low, but they're not selling. You can jump in and buy it anytime you want. But I'm telling you, if you want to get them at the lowest price, we're waiting for the cue from the market, and that is that some of these start selling, and then we know that we've reached a price that people are comfortable paying for the Epics. They're still going to go down, so just be patient and wait. Do you think the Minnie or the Mickey from the Mickey and Friends will be more? I think Mickey is just more popular. Well, Minnie's a grail, i.e. much rarer. Mickey, royalty. If you're talking about the royalty, there will be more of. It will be popular, but I think ultimately the Minnie will be worth more money because it's rare, more rare. The Mickey is not. There's not many more of them than the Minnie, but there are more. Maybe everyone is watching your stream and taking your advice to wait, so that's why nobody's buying yet. I mean, it's possible. I would love it if every single person that was on the market was watching the stream, but I don't think that's the case. Hey, yo, but Twisted Tainer has a pro tip for you. Real. Oh, Ed. Yeah. You may have to turn your phone sideways, or like Tanner said, look for the three dots. It's because it's in what do they call that? A dynamic view. And when it goes to mobile, it purposely will hide certain things to make sure that that top bar doesn't get too crowded. So yeah, either turn the phone sideways and you'll see the two cards, or go to the three dots and you'll see you'll see it doesn't have the two cards. Then it says something like. What does it say? Oh, I don't even know what it says, but it'll have words in place of the two cards. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the drop experience on iPhone. It is functional, but it's just not great. Much easier. There you go, Batoyson. Hopefully that helps. They both should have a very low count, I would say. Yes, absolutely, James. Inventory. There you go, Peking. That makes sense. Okay, while we're waiting, because I'm still not seeing anything sold on Epics, let's look at the legendaries, and then let's open another pack. Our legendaries have come down a little bit. Captain Picard, lowest price is $59.68. Wesley Crusher. Did that 40 ever sell? Look at all these canceled. People are putting them up, listing them, and then turn around and altering the price. They'll cancel and relist it until they can sell it. They're just trying to flip for a quick buck, which I don't understand, because I don't think they make much money at all. I don't think it's worth their efforts, but it could be wrong. James, I tell you what, let's hold the Mickey and Friends conversation a little bit. Again, I love your questions, but I'm trying to stay focused on TNG. We got some people that are new to this, and I feel like the jumping around gets confusing. Great questions. We'll absolutely look at them in time. Ziggy No says, I love these drops. I'm addicted. I have about 60 physicals still in boxes. I chase them all, but really only like a few collections. Well, the beauty is you collect one that you're not necessarily a big fan of. You could do trading, selling to turn around and buy the ones you want. I mean, there's definitely value in all of them. My personal opinion is that these are all undervalued right now. And to back up a little bit, I love this view. I think it says a lot. Those are 3 and 4 deep, and they go down to the floor and up to the ceiling. I've been collecting since the Turtles drop, and I think almost every pop on those shelves is undervalued. Here's why. I think Funko has changed from a collectibles company to a toy company. And I don't mean that as a shot. I'm not bad-mouthing them. It's just that when they went public, they went to, let's take our commons, as most of us see them, and let's make those more readily available. Let's get them in as many retail stores as possible. Let's make sure everybody sees them. Let's sell them to moms going to birthday parties for kids and friends buying for each other. And the occasional guy walks by or person who walks by and says, oh, I loved Goonies. Let me grab that pop for my desk. Those sales to them, they make a lot of them. Those are common. Those are toys. For us collectibles folks who buy for scarcity, low numbers, high return value later on, we are in the collectibles market. Funko stopped making collectibles except for very rare cases. They will make limited pieces for conventions. They will make exclusives for some retailers, but even then, those numbers are really, really high. Then Funko introduced the NFTs, and more recently Project Fred. I think those are their opportunities to get back into the collectibles market. So for those who have an apprehension, is that a word? Who are apprehensive against the NFTs, just look at it like this. It's a premium offering that requires a little bit more at the door to get in. You got to buy the packs, or you got to pay a premium price for them. But imagine if Funko started taking the Funko shop from 4 years ago, 5 years ago when I was still there, and did something like Toucan Sam flocked LE 2,000 pieces. But guess what, guys? The price tag on this one's $29.99. Do you think people would have bought it? My gut tells me yes. They might have been a little mouthy about the pricing, but they knew that 2,000 pieces was going to go way up in value, and they still would have paid $29.99 to get stuff that they could turn around and sell for $80, $100, $200, $300. Well, guess what? This is no different. But somehow the community feels it's different. They've been very vocal, very angry, and it comes from, and I don't aim this at anybody, but it comes from a place of ignorance. Ignorance does not mean I'm making fun of anybody. It simply means uneducated. They haven't learned about it. They haven't learned about the numbers. They haven't learned about how it works, and that can be scary to people. And I think that's why a lot of these have been deemed as failures, or it's too expensive, or I don't want to go through the NFT thing. Sure, personal preference aside, some people just don't want to deal with it. That's fine. But all the anger that's that's aimed at it, I think is unnecessary. And I think eventually, and we're seeing a curve now in this, these will go up in value because people are going to start realizing, oh, Funko's limited stuff, other than Project Fred, is the NFTs. It's the only stuff with numbers on it anymore. And I think they're gonna go up in price. Exblogrig. That's a fun name. Welcome. Ann Vander Westhuizen. How are you now? Thank you for the follows. Ziggy, give us an update. 10,355 premium, 13,600 standard. You know, some people, again, I was just saying it, will see this as a failure. For those of us who are getting in right now and we're buying these packs and we're buying these NFTs, what's going to happen is there will be far less of them when Funko delivers the pop down the road. Legendaries, Grails, and Royalty. I personally don't have a big problem with them burning a bunch of packs that are unsold. They can't do it too often or else they'll stop selling NFTs. But for a drop like this, because people have deemed this too close to Star Wars and Transformers, or they don't care about TNG, what's happening is they're going to burn those packs and there'll be a whole lot less pops that are delivered, and I'm going to be real happy with my decision to complete my royalty sets, buy Legendaries and Grails. Shepard, it's a little insane, and I just wish I could get out there to everybody and go, hey, just give me 20 minutes to show you how fun the NFTs can be. Let me answer the questions that you might have. Ask real questions. And if you still don't like it at the end, well then fine. Just walk away and then no more commentary about it. That's just not a thing you collect. You just don't do it. It's that simple. But that's not how people's brains work. James says this set has a chance to be the biggest burn. It's possible. It depends on when they decide to shut this down. They've given it all the way at points till 6 p.m. They have not let it sit for multiple days, and I keep hoping that's what they'll do. Let this sit there through Friday. I don't see the harm in it, but for some reason they feel like not doing it. See, I don't think so, Ziggy. Here's why. I've explained this before, but maybe you weren't here for this. Funko's typical turnaround time from what they call X factory, in other words, when it is produced at the factory in China or Korea or whatever, to arrive in the US is 90 days. And I know that from working there. Whenever if we would look up in a system, it would say X factory. We could go, okay, factor out 3 months. That's when it'll arrive at the retail location or at our warehouses. And it turned out to be true most of the time because it has to go to a ship, get sent over, get off the crates, be delivered, etc. What is the window of delivery from snapshot day to the day the pops are actually delivered? About the same. I think it makes sense that Funko is waiting till snapshot day, producing, but also producing a little extra, which makes sense. They have to do that, and then delivering. I don't think they're sitting on a huge inventory of anything. Batuesa says, okay, gotta log off. Thank you, everyone, for the assistance, and to Sully for the expert. All right, Batuesa, I hope you got everything you needed, man. I hope if you want that royalty set, you're going to want to buy those epics at some point today. Keep an eye. I'm going to tell you when to buy. So even though you're going to log off, you might want to check back in later and see how these epics are doing. If you can get them at $6.50, $7 a piece, you can get that Freddy at under 75 bucks. That's how the math works out on buying 11 epics and then filling in the blanks. I think that's a good price. I think it's going to be $150, $200 pop at some point. So just putting that out there. I hope I am too, Ziggy. No, I mean, this is all hypothetical, right? But I'm going off of a lot of information I have from over the years of collecting and watching things that are limited numbers and understanding that companies like this, to destroy a bunch of pops is a bad move. It's wasteful. It's bad on the environment. It doesn't look good externally when people find out about it. The one hiccup that Funko had was that warehouse sale. People love to throw that in my face when we're having these conversations. Sure, they made a mistake. They made a little mistake. Ultimately, it's a very small mistake, percentage-wise. It was early on. They were still learning. They haven't done it since. There's been no indication that there are extra pops, that they're being sent to anyone, that they're being sold to anyone, that they're being used for anything salacious. There was some scam photos of one appearing on the shelf at like a Marshall's or something. That was BS. That was not real. I don't think they're overproducing. I think they're producing about 10% over what they need, and that's for damaged boxes, lost deliveries, etc. And then if those are going anywhere, they're going like probably in a cage somewhere, and then maybe they're eventually destroyed, but they're never going to show us that because then they take all the hate from the environmentalist groups on destroying stuff instead of recycling, etc., etc., etc. Movie Man bought one premium pack, got a few rares and epics, no legendary or grail though. Well, few epics out of one premium is not bad. Few 2, 3, 4, what'd you get? Yeah, Tuccan, I bought 3 packs. I've opened 2 so far. I had a few epics, but no legendary or grail. I'm about to open my 3rd pack because I'm watching while I'm talking, while I'm rambling. I'm looking, and the epics still aren't selling. I'm still one sold. One Captain Picard sold for $6.93. Guess what that's under? That's under $7. That's usually the mark. But the others aren't selling, so I'm waiting. When do you think the Star Wars NFT figures will be announced? Announced? Which date they'll go live? I think we'll hear something Friday. Just based on history. If you hear any leaks, see anything that's not coming from Funko, don't share that. Wait until they actually announce it. We can all hold on for, like a whole 4 days without our world exploding. We can wait and see. Comic Zombie says, I think Funko itself made a few mistakes that people overreacted on, and now I think Drop has control of the inventory after redemptions are shipped out. I hope that's true. Swarty says, got all 9 epics I was missing on Drop for $6 to $7. Yeah, good job, Swarty. Yes, you're right, Comic Zombie. Swing and a miss on Star Wars should wait till May the 4th and sell it on that. Well, they're not gonna. They already made that announcement, but that doesn't mean that they wouldn't do another drop on May 4th. Let's remember, they could have multiple waves planned from day one. Ziggy, I do have a pretty large collection of sports cards from the 80s and 90s. I got out of it at the wrong time. I got out of it right as it really took off. I would love to get back in, but it's not financially feasible for me right now, so I'm fighting the urge. I love sports cards, but I can't do it. Okay, they still aren't selling. Let's look at the legendaries and let's open another pack. Legendaries, are any selling? Nope. None are selling. But legendaries are now as cheap as Worf 54, Picard 59, Wesley Crusher 38. I think those prices are going to come way down, so I'm waiting. Okay, let's open another pack. Let's hope this one's better than my previous 2. All right, here we go, guys. Wish me luck. Yeah, Randy, that's what I'm hearing. I'll have to go over there and take a look, but I'm trying to hold on to my USDC. I may just have to make those purchases and then shuffle some stuff around. But whoa, cool, Tanner. Yes, you'll have to get them. I'm hoping that the cards freaked out, and that's because that 101 was so hefty of a deal. I'm just kidding. Let's see what happens. Come on, 101. Okay, that's not a 101. Maybe it's at the end of the pack. Common Will Riker 4321. Common Freddy Funko is Lakuta Saborg 2749. Love that. The phasing is so cool. Common Data with Spot 6509. Come on, legendary better. Uncommon Captain Picard 3824. Rare Worf 3200. I believe that's the first Worf I got. Crypto Jack, what's happening? Uncommon Lakuta Saborg 2265. Rare Data 2264. 2 rares. Another rare Data 2684. What was the one before it? 2264, 2684. How funny. A third rare Data with Spot 1894. Man, if rares were legendaries, I'd be rolling in it right now. Uncommon Geordi 2443. Common Captain Picard 5936. Randy, I feel like you're doing something wrong, bud. Did you start over fresh? Start a brand new search? Because I bet they're there. Common Riker 2886. Yeah, comics, I'm aware. Common Geordi 4622. I said if. Data 2545. Common. Come on, back, do better. Common Lakutis 6399. Come on, back. Common Lakutis 5958. Oh, and I'm shut out. No legendaries or grails. What, 2 or 3 epics? And a lot of rares out of 3 packs. Not my day. Guess what? Not complaining. Not tweeting that I'm angry or I'm going to sell my collection, that it's a scam. Nothing. I took my gambles. I didn't win. I'm going to focus on getting control of what I can get control of. $25 on Facebook. I can't even. I don't understand that at all. What are we doing? We're on the blockchain. Why are we selling stuff on Facebook? I wish people would stop. It's just insane. No, I don't think I need to, Justin. I think I need to stop opening anything and just focus on these epics. We have an entire blockchain with marketplaces and all kinds of cool tools, and we're using Facebook groups. I don't get it one bit. I am selling some stuff on eBay. Yeah, the heat is there. If anybody wants to go take a look. 4 standard, only 2 epics, did for fun, all good. Exactly, Jenny. Good job. You get what it's all about. Makes sense for people who don't want to really get into cryptocurrencies. It does it, though. I think the only reason is if you're in a state that bans it, that stops it, okay. But I don't get it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Swarty knows. He's looked. Look, these still aren't selling, guys. Let's take a look on drop, though. If they're selling that cheap on drop, then maybe I have to do it. Let's go to the marketplace. I may just have to spend it. I know. I thought so too, Tanner. I wish none of them were a Series 2, strictly because of the scam artists out there that will put up stuff from Series 1 for sale. I think organizational-wise, Series 2 feels cool. It's neat. I like it. But it just comes with too many troubles. So I wish they'd kind of not do that at all. Judge Q, 205 on Drop Marketplace. Captain Picard, $29.95. Wesley Crusher, $22.50. Wharf, 34. Look how cheap these prices are on Drop Marketplace right now. Captain Picard, $6.95, $6.50. Data, $6.78. Deanna Troy, $6, $6.79, $7.80, $6.70. They are cheap. Way cheaper on Drop right now. Riker Epic for $5.89. I think I'm gonna have to go this route unless we see some changes to these prices on Wax soon. And then I'm just gonna have to figure out how to get more USDC. If I was a Star Trek fan, I'd be scooping my set up. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do it. I really wanted to hold this extra USDC I had for when we get to Star Wars. But I don't think I can. I don't think I can pass up these prices. Because when/if the packs are burned, I think then we see the epics go back up in price. I think I'm going to have to do it. Let's just filter to epics and let's do this thing. What's the cheapest one right now? 6 straight up for Judge Q, which ironically is the most expensive one over on Wax right now. Okay, the $6 one sold. These people trying to make a quick exit and get their money for whatever reason. I feel like they're losing. I don't know how flipping is making them any money. Is it weird that selling isn't happening on Atomic Hub at all? Like not one person has bought an epic on Atomic Hub. It is strange. It is strange. Well, Tug can. Supply demand. I always go back to that as the answer. I think the only... here's to explain what I'm saying. I always use this visual. Supply, demand. The supply on this one, even though it's a little lower than Transformers, is still up pretty big, right? The demand clearly is not up here, or else it'd be selling out. It's not even there, or it'd be selling regularly. It's down here. And that demand is influenced by a lot of things. Strength of license, like how many people are a Star Trek fan versus a Transformers fan. I guess we found one thing out there, didn't we? And then we've got Star Trek unfairly versus Star Wars in this case. If we didn't know Star Wars was coming out, my opinion is the sales on these packs would be going better. But everybody's getting anxious about Star Wars. They realize the potential. It's such a huge, massive license. It's one of the strongest licenses on the planet, if not the strongest license. It's going to do well. We don't know, though, what that supply is on that. And can the demand even hit it? I'm afraid Funko's going to sell 50 to 100,000 packs of each and kind of kill this deal. but it's up to them. We'll see what they do. I don't want to anticipate or speculate. I'm just saying they could, based on what we've seen before. So I think Star Trek is unfortunately caught in that wake. It's caught in that in between, and that's why it's not selling real well. But for those of us who are willing to purchase, who know that this thing isn't about the next 2 weeks, it's about the next year or two, it could be way better for us. Well, hey, Charlie. How are you, girl? You feeling okay? I think her little tummy was upset earlier. So I'll keep looking at these epics, and we'll make some decisions. No, I mean, Tugcan, I don't think there's any utility out there that can tell us the answer. One good utility is the folks at Digital Pop Kingdom. They do a little survey on their Discord and within their Twitter and their fan base, and they ask people, hundreds of people, to rank what they think the strength of the license is. In other words, how popular is the license, how many people collect it, how many people care about that license. That number, to me, if we compared that to what has sold out and what hasn't, the higher the strength of that license is, the better it does, and that is the demand. The supply, Funko's been trying to figure out. They're adjusting how many packs they sell on almost everything and trying to find the sweet spot. They don't know the answer either. They've got a ton of money. They've got a ton of analysts and support teams and digital-focused analytics people, and they can't figure it out either. The answer's not out there. We just have to take as many factors as we can into consideration and make our best guess. Last week, I would have told you Transformers wasn't going to sell out. I was wrong. I did tell you it wasn't going to sell out. I was wrong. So even my best guesses off 3 years of data, not right. I think the Grail will always drive the pack sales, says Pop and Duo. When you are chasing a great Grail, more people are willing to gamble, i.e. Starscream. That's a good point. That also affects demand. That's absolutely right. So Chucky, good question. Not on topic with Star Trek, but I'll still answer to it. What's your plans with Woofy? So Woofy is not openly communicating with us regularly about what's going on with the eventual drop, and I'm not bad-mouthing them. That's fine, because I think what the anticipation is, what the expectation is they're eventually going to give everybody the Woofy, the meme coin, and then it's up to us, the partners, to give people a reason to spend that Woofy or invest that Woofy. And until they give us a date, I can't tell you what my plans are. Until they give me more info on what the eventual plan is. I have some NFTs ready to go, already designed, that you'll be able to use your Woofy to purchase. But I need to know more. I need to know how much Woofy's going out. How's it being distributed exactly? We've got some snapshots. I don't think they're done. They're going to be working on Polygon and some other things here. Or is it Solana? Maybe it's Solana. Sorry. I need to know more before I can tell you for sure. Misty said, see my comment above. Did I miss one? Sorry. No. Lainey, you just have to go with whatever. She's asking, is there any downside to buying with Banksa versus Wax on Atomic Hub? Actually, Banksa is simply one of the services that will help you get Wax. It's not a versus thing. Banksa is just one of the options. As I tell everybody, you have to figure out which one works best for you, because every one of those, Banksa or MoonPay or whatever the other options are, may or may not work for you based on where you live and how you're paying for it. Geography and your institution, banking, credit card, PayPal, etc. You just got to try whatever works best for you. And if you can buy from multiple, see if there's any fees and pick the lowest fee. Banksa is one of those that's credible. They've been on there since the very beginning, so I don't think there's any problem with that. What was Misty's comment before? Somebody is asking about the history and Drop, where to see transfer, sales, purchases. Drop does not show historical data anywhere on their site. It's not there. They'll show you what the marketplace looks like, what the lowest asking price is. You can see all the ones for sale, but you can't see historical data. Sites like Atomic Hub, not Atomic Hub, sites like Pop and Stock, which we're going to look at in just a minute, they have found a way to look on the blockchain to pull that information out. So they can look at it, but from what I understand, it's problematic. It's trouble. It's tough for them to see that data. There's a reason no one's sharing it right now, because it's tough to look at. So there is nothing on Drop to look at. There needs to be a Freddy. People are assuming there will be, but I don't think it's a guarantee. We've had Disney Freddys in the past, even recently with Russell, but no Freddy royalty. I don't think it's a given. So in addition to the Grail, what is the Freddy? I agree that also has a bearing on the demand. Yes. Oh, Randy, you're laser focused on that Atomic Hub thing. I'm telling you, why not use Chain Champs? If I were you, I'm using Chain Champs. All the data's right there. We can see it all. We can see the recent ones going up. We can see everything. It's the same. If the Atomic Hub does show it, it's the same things. We're looking at the same data, just presented in a different way. That was a follow-up to my first comment about Star Wars. I am really hoping they went hard with Star Wars. I'm hoping they made some exciting new characters and not a set of repos Luke and company. I think a lot of people were disappointed by Mickey and Friends in that regard. Fair. Absolutely fair. Yeah, I mean, Randy, think of it this way. Just remember that when you go to look at Chain Champs versus Atomic Hub or NFT Hive or any of those other markets, you're just looking at a different view. So you just gotta go, okay, let me do a little reset. I know that they're all looking at the same items up for sale, the same items selling, the same items being listed. All that's the same. It's just filtered differently, just a different view. So when I shared this link, which I'll share again for anybody that needs to look at it, this is a list of all epics that are going up for sale, live view, under $12. It's the same thing as if you went to Atomic Hub and said, show me all the epics within TNG from $0 to $12, except for, the only difference is, these are showing in the exact second that they're listed and it's refreshing. That's it. That's the only difference. You want to purchase, you can click buy now, boom, you get it. It's like Safari versus Chrome, all the internet, but different way to... Good one, Pop and Do. Yes, good analogy. Yeah, I'm not trying to make fun of you, Randy. I'm not trying to call you out. I'm just providing you with another tool and telling you, like, once I finally went, oh, it's all the same. Okay, I get it. I just want you to get to that same spot. Yeah, but what's not the same spot is the drop marketplace. These are completely different sales, not filtered in with that other stuff, and look how cheap. Epic for $6.40. I'm buying that. That's a card for $6.40. Okay, $6.60. I'll buy it. I didn't want to spend my USDC, but I'm just going to have to do it. I'm going to have to just transfer some stuff around and get some more USDC. What else is cheap? $6.80 for the Locutus of Borg. $6.75. Okay. I don't want to wait too long. I think these prices are good. Even if they came down to $4.50, $5, I'm still doing good on this royalty set. If that happens, I'll just buy a second royalty set. But I can't wait and have the packs not sell out and then the epics shoot up in price. Just bought all the epics for roughly $53. Easily. $100 pop in hand. I agree wholeheartedly, Rare Individual. I couldn't agree more. So I'm buying these up. And some of these are going to be duplicates. I already have a few epics. I'm fine with that. Ultimately, I try to complete 2 royalty sets on everything. 1 to rock, 1 to stock, or 1 to stock, 1 to sell. Whatever works for me. The 2 epics I got in my premium pack Sully are worth around $9 each. Well, Movie Man, not worth. They are going for, lowest asking price, about $9 each on wax. Those same epics over here on Drop Marketplace are $12 total, or $13 total right now. Venture, that would be cool. That would be cool. I don't think there's a Freddy as Darth Vader, but we have Freddy as Darth Maul, so very possible, right? Yeah, I agree with Tanner's commentary in that if Funko approaches this correctly... Wait, let me reword. If Funko/Drop/Disney approaches this correctly, they could have a real... It could be a huge win for NFTs and for Funko and for Drop and for Disney. However, based on history, I don't know that we're necessarily going to get that. Star Wars, owned by Disney. Disney has a very strong hand in all this, and they can easily go, Funko, you came up with some wonderful ideas. We love what you came up with. This Freddy as Darth Vader is cool. This new take on some characters we've not seen as pop before are cool. But you know what? We think we understand our license better than you. Instead of doing that, do this. And Funko really just has to go, okay. There's even a video out there, if it's still on YouTube, you guys can go back and look at, from Star Wars Celebration Chicago, where Reese O'Brien, Ben Butcher, and a few other people are on the panel with the Star Wars licensing team. And there's one guy, I'm far enough removed from Funko, I can say this right now, he was a real ass clown. He single-handedly told Funko, and I can't believe they did this, but Funko even showed on the screen, Reese and Brian did, showed on the screen, here's all the cool stuff we wanted to do. It was almost like a fight on the panel, really. Here's all the stuff we wanted to do. He said no. And he's the guy who said, do all Chrome. I don't care what cool stuff you come up with for Star Wars Celebration, do all Chrome. And everybody hated it. Like, the fans hated it. They complained, they bitched about it, they moaned about it, they stood in line for hours still to try and get it, but they complained about it. And it was that one guy at Star Wars. I don't know if that guy's still there. If he is, he's the guy that could kill this whole thing. If he's not there, and maybe somebody who's in his place who understands the importance of this going well, then hopefully we get some really good stuff. The other problem is, Reese is no longer at Funko. Reese was the guy who was the go-between Funko and Star Wars. He did the molds, or worked with the artists who did the molds. He flew to go meet with them. He got them to approve the molds. He took the changes. He brought them back. He made sure he was the gatekeeper of everything Star Wars for Funko. Funko let him go. Not a good move. They let him go, and I don't know who's doing that now. Are we going to get more awesome Star Wars artwork? Very possibly. Is it going to have the same level of love that Reese put towards it because he was such a big fan? I don't know. Seems unlikely to me, but... still shows the market isn't ready for weekly NFT drops. You're saying going from Transformers to Star Trek and potentially to Star Wars weekly, or this will be like bi-weekly next. I don't know that we can say that. I think weekly is dangerous, but I think that them announcing everything before March has had a big impact on the way the sales today are happening. So I don't know that we have proof. We just have a little more data. Star Wars Celebration was where I met Sully in person. Oh, Death Dealer, nice, man. I really enjoyed that con, except for that it was 5 days. That was insane. Shouldn't have been 5 days. Comic Zombie, couldn't agree more. There were so many amazing people at Funko when I was there that have almost all left. And it stinks to see. Yeah, Kenshin. Yeah, Reese is on as the creative director for Handmade by Robots. I can't wait to see what he does over there. I really hope we get some cool stuff out of HMBR. I was saddened to see that they weren't at Emerald City Comic Con either, although they may be in a transitional period, which that makes sense. But you know what? Something else I learned over the weekend. So I'm looking at all these companies, right, and trying to figure out what's going on in the collectibles industry. Funko is, depending on how you perceive Funko, they're struggling a bit. Figpen, struggling a bit. Handmade by Robots, I'm not even hearing anything from recently, except from our friends at My Pops in Detroit. They're working with them directly. They may know more than I do. You know who fell off the radar completely? I bet none of you guys collected or even thought about this in a while. QMX. You guys remember QMX? Quantum Mechanics? They used to have one of the biggest booths at San Diego Comic-Con. They were killing it for a long time. I looked them up over the weekend. They sold to another company, a British company. That company announced, apparently at one point, and I missed this whole thing, that big things were coming in 2023. There hadn't been a single tweet since this time last year or summer of last year about QMX or that company. Mark did go there, my old boss, and then he went from there to Hasbro, and I don't know if he's still there. Right, fourth curator, and it was silence. No one talked about this. Yeah, Hasbro and Mattel are both down. I don't know what's going on. There's still a lot of us collectors, and if you go to the toy aisles at your Target or God forbid the small fart place, there's still a lot of toys on those rows. What's going on? What's happening? What's the problem? Probably suffered from the value of their product in loot crates. I'd have to hear a whole thought on that. I don't think them getting into loot crate caused them major issues. In fact, it was Funko getting into Loot Crate originally that I think helped their company propel to new heights. course, that was earlier on. Remember that Joker? I don't think that hurt them unless there's something I don't know about there. I collected a few HMBR MLB giveaways this past year. They made some of the mascots. I was really hoping to collect more this year, but no MLB team has announced an HMBR giveaway. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, fourth curator, I had to do some deep digging, man, but I finally found it. QMX made the Q-Figs, and they had the really cool Batman license. I was even on a couple of lives with my old boss Mark for QMX where they were revealing new artwork. They had Disney, they had Stitch. They had some cool stuff, man. Their art was bar none, and they had a really cool proprietary plastic that they were using that allowed the figures to have a little bend but still look like they were made of a heavier duty material. They were very light. Yeah, they made a really good Rocketeer, exactly. I don't know what happened there. I'm sure that the artists that were involved in that have all been let go and scattered across the winds. You know what I think? I think there's an opportunity for somebody to start a new company and really come in and dominate. I think there's an opportunity for some new blood on the horizon. Taco Tuesday, what's up, Rob? How you doing, bud? Huge Batman like 2 years ago. Exactly. Yep. The only thing I care about is the Tiny Ghost drop tomorrow. Help the small business. Tiny Ghost is really cool too, but I don't know what the future of Tiny Ghost with Reese and Fugitive Toys holds. Like, is that a long-term deal? Does him going to HMBR affect that in any way? I mean, he did Tiny Ghost while he was at Funko, so I couldn't imagine so. But we'll see. Saving up for some nice, Rob. Yeah, did you see that Mercedes drop? Cool stuff. Callard said a lot of people don't have as much disposable income anymore, inflation and no more COVID funds. Well, for sure, but again, go to the toy aisles at Target, Small Fart. Are those things just not selling? Is all that stuff just sitting there? I see a lot of empty spaces. There's a lot of stuff still selling. Lego seems to be doing real well. Value perception of those figures dropped because Loot Crate always had excessive surpluses and they would sell them separately dirt cheap in the loot vault. I mean, I guess maybe. But the folks at QMX or whoever we're talking about in this case, they still sold those to Loot Crate. So I don't know that it would have affected the rest of their business. I could be wrong. Monster Pete, great question. Sorry it took me so long to get to it. You can buy a royalty set average price. Remember, I'm new. So Monster Pete, let me back up and we'll talk about this from the beginning. You cannot buy the royalty NFT. You can't just buy that NFT. It doesn't appear in packs. It's not out yet. What you got to do to get a royalty, and let's go all the way back to the drop main page here. We go to learn more, and we go down here, and we look at this physical collectible. This is one of the most complicated things to understand when you first get into it. I'm not dogging you at all. This is a great question. You can see a pop here. Freddy Funko's Locutus aboard. It is something you can earn and you can get. You can see this NFT right here. But this NFT is not given out until Snapshot Day, which is 120 days from today. In order to get that NFT and the redemption coin that will get you this pop, you have to complete a royalty set. And in order to do that, you can't just buy it in one swipe. You can't do that. What you have to do is go log into Drop, go to the radar icon in the upper right. This little guy right here, I'm hovering over it, moving the mouse. It's up there under latest raid. Look at it right there. Click on that and make sure you pick Star Trek on the side. Now what you're looking at is essentially a checklist of where you're at on completing a royalty set. I am 54% of the way through completing my first royalty set. That's how you read this bar right here. And in the royalty set, you have to get one of every common, one of every uncommon, one of every rare, and one of every epic. That is a total of 29 plus 21, that's 50, 65, 76 NFTs. Check my math, tell me if I'm wrong, I'm sure you will. 76 NFTs in total. You need 29 commons. In here, anyone I have is lit up fully. Anyone I'm missing has the little double cards on the front. Same thing with the uncommons, same thing with the rares, same thing with the epics. Once I get one of every one of those, it'll come up here and it'll say, you've completed one royalty set. You can complete 2, 3, 4, 100 if you want to. It's your call. Then, 120 days from now, Funko is going to have Snapshot Day. And on that day, for every royalty set you have completed that's all housed in one account, they're going to give you the NFT and they're going to give you the coin. Then you have 30 days to turn the coin in. And after that point, that's when they ship the pop to you, once it finally comes out. It's a little complicated, but think of it like you just got to complete the set. Like if you were collecting baseball cards and somebody gave you a checklist and said, collect all these. And once you get all those, we have a reward for you. And that's what this is like. It's just that process takes months. You can complete a royalty set today, but they're not going to send you anything today. You still have to wait the 120 days. I always try to complete as many of the epics as I can on day one, so I don't have to worry about it later. And then I'll slowly fill in the rest of the commons, uncommons, and rares when I feel like it. There's no rush. Absolutely don't rush. James says, how much did you get Geordie LaForge for? No clue. No clue at all what I paid for it. Oh, here's a Locutus for $665. Look, no epics are selling still. No epics are selling. That's good. Let's look and make sure. This seems odd to me. If we go to market, let's just verify that this is correct. And we look up TNG. We can see stuff sold over here as well. Atomic Hub has just been so slow recently. Monster Pete, did that all make sense? I hope that made sense. Another option you have, I forgot to mention, is if you don't want to do all that rigmarole, if you feel like, oh great, the camera froze. If you feel like that takes too long, at least for once I'm frozen in a decent pose. If you think that process takes too long, if you don't want to mess with it, another option you have is to wait until the coins are distributed. And then you can buy a coin from someone else. We've done the research, and sometimes that means you could get it cheaper. Sometimes that means you're going to pay more. That's really your call to decide whether you want to wait. Yeah, Walking Miracle, remind me in a minute. Let me see if I can fix this camera thing first. Pardon me while the whole screen goes a little wonky, gang. I got to come over here and deactivate and reactivate this camera. Yo, Funko Fan 34. I didn't get lucky enough to pull any legendaries or grails, but we're watching the market right now. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. All right, my camera is not functioning. Let me see if I can fix this. Lights on there. I don't know what causes this. It happens every once in a while. Yeah, luckily the mic is more reliable than the camera. Atomic Colors, I don't want to badmouth anybody, but I can't ignore the fact that since the folks at Wombat Dungeon Master's parent company took over, it's been different, for sure. It's been very different. All right, let me try this again. I wish you guys knew what an absolute pain this kind of stuff is to deal with. I don't understand why it happens, but it does. Sometimes I can get it to come back on. Sometimes no dice. All right, I'm going to try one more thing. Still with you. Yeah, Monster Pete, I hope that helped. You know, I'm here every day that I stream. I'm happy to answer questions. Also, I'm on Twitter all the time. In case you go to Twitter, you can always ask your questions over there as well. Just start a tweet with @CSLE and then ask me your question. Or if I'm following you, you can DM me. But 74, does that sound solid? James, the question I always ask myself on any of that stuff, whether I'm buying a legendary, a grail, or completing a royalty set is, in 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever, what do I think that particular item will sell for on the market? Do I think that Freddy as Locutus of Borg will sell for more than $74 when they're delivered in 6 months, 9 months? Yes, I do. All right, I don't know why the camera's not working, gang. I've tried everything I can think of to fix it, and we just don't have it right now. So let's just go here and let me... See, the problem is if I leave it this way, I've got to answer a question every time somebody new comes in and says, hey, is your camera not working? And I don't have a backup camera per se. Wait, where is the camera even? Hold on one second, gang. That's the main video border. It's got to be above that. There it is. Oh, I didn't, but it's certainly having issues today. I don't know why it does this every once in a while. I'm gonna leave it unplugged for a few minutes and then try again. Oh, totally forgot about Wombat. We were trying to look and see if I can't even access the TNG. I can't get it to fill out on the side here. Let's try it this way. There we go. Go there, go to market. Okay, wow, that worked quickly. That's crazy. And then look at history, and we'll filter by epic. And if this ever decides to filter. Wow, so slow. You're welcome, Monster Pete. Happy to help. Trying to see if we've seen any epic sell. I can see that the computer is acknowledging the camera, but for some reason OBS is the one that has a problem with it. And the only way to ever fix this stuff is to restart the stream, which I hate doing. But I may have to. Because a lot of people just leave it on, which is super helpful for my numbers. Oh, it was deactivated. Let me... Hey, all right. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Okay. Focus that again. There we go. It's really weird. They're not showing over here on Wax, but Jasp says he can see, because he knows how to look at this stuff probably way better than any of us. He can see that there have been sales in the $10 range, which is weird. We're not seeing it appear in this view, and they're not going any lower, which is very strange to me. Why aren't people like, I keep saying I don't think the flippers are making any money. Maybe they're like, I can't go any lower than that or I don't make any money. Well, they're not selling at all, so are they just willing to hold then? I don't know what's going on. It's very strange. Oh, there's a link from Jasp. Let's take a look at this and see what this looks like. Oh, above my filter. I will have my filter set at $12. Yeah, there's the sales. Sure enough, 10, 9, 9. That's weird. Yeah, they're not showing here, even though I've got it set to 0 to 12. So I don't know what's going on. It could be a blockchain issue too. The Grail is love, or you mean low? It was at $200 a few minutes ago. What's it now? I like Chain Champs better. Don't have to do refreshes to see. Exactly. There you go, Randy. See, just had to broaden the horizons a little bit. Check things out. I'm gonna go back to the drop marketplace and look at these epics over here again. Here's the thing about that Grail. If we don't sell out, we can look at those numbers in a minute. Ooh, 181. We might be looking at a queue that's like 500 pieces or under. Then what's that do for the price? It hasn't done as much as I thought it would for Minnie Mouse, but I think eventually it will. When it's tough to come by. When people realize on eBay they can't just find one easily. Wesley Crusher for $19.95. That is stupid low. I'm buying that because I want the Wesley Crusher. At this point, if I knew this is what the prices were going to do, I would have never bothered buying packs. Might have bought one or two just for a gamble, but like $19.95, that's the same price you'd pay at a con for something. And we've gotten a Wesley Crusher before, right? But we haven't gotten a Wesley Crusher LE. I think it's 2,800 right now, 2,400, but more likely will be just a little over 1,000, if 1,000. I scooped that one. Picard's at 29, Worf's at 30. Q's at 181, premium packs 33, standard packs $12, and then let's filter to epics again. Yeah, that's basically free, $19.95. Yeah, peaking. I keep trying to warn everybody. That really is. You gotta try to keep the USDC if at all possible. Here's the Wesley Epic for $5.90, but I think I have that already. Which I might do another one, but I want to make sure I don't have two already. I'm opening up my checklist. I think that there's some room for improvement on this screen to let you know, like, is that what that means? That means I have two already. It is right there. Never mind. There's not room for improvement. They've already done it. Good job, Drop. I'm just rambling on, not paying attention. Yeah, I already have two of those. I don't need another one. I still need Riker, and $6.50 that's a good price. I'll take it. It may go cheaper, but I don't think we'd ever see it go below $5. I still win, as far as I'm concerned. Q at $6.50. I thought I had bought one of these, but maybe not. Or did I buy it over on Wax? I think not being 1 week after Transformers would have done better. I think no announcement of Star Wars, it would have done better. I don't have that data at all, and it's only 624. 625, okay. So that puts me closer. Let's see what I've got. I'm not even logged in over here. Let's go. That's super helpful. I love that verify really serves zero purpose at all. I don't understand it. Did I get any of the TNG? I'm about to the point where I might just move and start using another service, because this is getting so frustrating to even try to see what's in my inventory and filter stuff. I've got to get more accustomed to another page. Let's just do away with Atomic Hub. Connect over here. I can't stand that delay. We're spoiled. Okay. My NFTs. TNG. That's how it should work. Oh, not TAG, TNG. Did I do it twice? I did it. Oh, it's auto-correcting. There's Star Trek. What, TNG's not showing? Are you telling me it's not over here? What in the what, kids? Well, there it is. Weird. But how do I see in my inventory TNG? That doesn't work. I mean, honestly, it's it autocorrects to TAG every time. I just can't type in TNG. No announcement would have helped Transformers drop, but how does that fit into Funko announcing everything? It works if Funko spreads out drops, in my opinion. I think both things have a bearing on it, but the announcement of Star Wars coming up definitely affected the Star Trek, because people are saving their money. Hey, Charlie. She's okay. Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, people have to allocate their money, and they wouldn't have known Star Wars was coming. They might have been a little higher on Star Trek, even them being week to week. I can't filter in Nifty Blocks either. All right, let's try looking at my collection in... Ooh, the bone has arrived. She's going back and forth between Kelly and I. She wants all the loving. Okay, let's see if I can do this on Chain Champs then, because nobody else is showing me. Let me go to Assets. Let's try TNG over here. It's not working for anybody. It may be a blockchain issue. I'm not sure, Walking Miracle. No. But I thought I had bought something. Maybe I hadn't. Maybe that's the problem. If I go to Nerds Unite Us, definitely shows up immediately. So maybe that is the issue. Maybe it's that simple. I was trying to make sure I hadn't bought anything, but... If a drop is week to week, then when should Funko announce the next drop without affecting the current drop? I don't think they should do week to week. But if they're going to, I don't think you announce the next one until the previous one is completed. So if it were me and I was in charge and the head-ups were like, we're doing week to week, don't care if you think it's good or not, I would say, okay, well, we're going to complete Star Trek today, and then tomorrow we'll announce Star Wars. So tomorrow afternoon would be a good time to announce Star Wars. But I don't think you announce the next one before this one is done. I think you end up, it's like owning two companies that sell the same product and you own them both. You're just hurting yourself. Drops at most 3 weeks apart. You mean at most or at minimum? I think the 2 week thing is pretty good. Bi-weekly, which ironically means both twice a week and every other week. That's confusing. Thank you, English language. But I think bi-weekly is the way to go. Vander, click by your name on the right. My NFTs when the collection. This is on NFT. Yeah, I think what the problem was I just didn't have any from that collection. That's why it wouldn't show up. But I'd still would like to see it show up and then say 0. That might be helpful. Because in that case, all I was trying to do is prove I don't have any. I guess the best bet would have just been, hey, as soon as I come into my wallet here, because I haven't bought any new today, I don't see any here, I don't have any. That's a good, easy way to know. Maybe if the sets were smaller to complete, then maybe you could do week to week, but each drop are big to the point it could be hard with the current NFT count. I don't know if the amount, quantity has anything to do with it. It could. I think it has more to do with dollars. If completing a set costs you $20, no biggie. But we're talking about, let's see, if they do every week and the average person that invests in the NFTs is spending $150. I don't know what the number is. I'm picking that out of the thin air. But we could do a poll and ask everybody how much did you spend, and we could average that out over 1,000 people. We'd know. I think $150 2 times a month is already a lot. 4 times a month? Forget it. That's way too much money. Thank you for trying to help, Vander. I appreciate you, by the way. I didn't say that. I don't know. It's all speculation, gang. All we can do is guess. All we can really do is worry about our own stuff. Yeah, I don't think that the sets aren't going to get any smaller because you've got to look at it from Funko's perspective. They have to sell X number of packs in order to cover their costs. That's both for, not just for producing the pops. A lot of people think that's it. You got the pops, you got the overhead and the labor. You've got and the labor includes their benefits and health insurance and 401k and all that. And that's expensive. That's usually the most expensive part. You've got the art. There's somebody who's managing the art. You've got the production of the pops. You got all the manufacturing. That includes making the molds, the artwork for that, all that stuff. You got the shipping. All said and done, I did a rough guess on this a few times. I'm guessing each one of these drops costs Funko at least $150,000. They've got to sell more than that and make enough profit to show that it's worth their time and effort. If they get all that done and they only make $12, they're not going to continue to do it. That's not enough. If they get all that done and they only make $25,000, that's also not enough. If they get it all done and make $150,000, is that enough? Could that labor be spent elsewhere and make more money? Probably. Funko's got to make a tidy profit off this NFT thing or else they'll stop doing it. Laney, that is tough. Yeah, there you go, Walking Miracle. Let's do that again. Hold on, let me get out of Firefox. Go to here, Google Sheet. Let me see if I can even find that sheet. I think it was a Mickey. No, it was Harry Potter. Did I not even title it? Am I in the right place? I'm in the wrong account. Nope, that's not it. I was in the right place. What did I call that spreadsheet? Well, inadequate mass. Yeah, that probably for a company that focuses just on that, that'd be a good, like you want to multiply whatever your cost is by 300 3 times. So if it costs you $1 to make something, sell it for $3. That's a good rule of thumb, right? But when you got a company like Funko that's might be around $1 billion in sales and is a public company, it's not just about making a profit. It's about making a profit and making investors happy. We live in a world where if you're public and you're not making the stock price go up, why even bother? That's the mentality. And it's unfortunately, that's why we have layoffs and things. These companies see, we're not going to the numbers aren't going to be good enough this next quarter. We can slash 30% of our workforce and all of a sudden it looks really pretty again and people want to buy the stock. And then they seem to forget that, guess what? 3 more months from now, you have the same problem again. And you just got rid of 30% of your workforce, which means you can't produce like you were without just cracking the whip on them. And then they're not going to be happy, and then they're going to want to leave, and then it's just a cyclical thing. These companies do it time and time and time again. Anytime a company goes public, I get leery. When I was there for Funko, I was excited, but I also was like, is this the beginning of the end? And unfortunately it was for me. They have to continually show that they will make more money and the stock price is going up. Nothing else matters to them. Anything they say matters, doesn't matter. It's all about that stock price. Okay, I'm trying to find this spreadsheet, y'all. What did I call it? Odds and burns numbers. Fantastic Plastic was the last one I did. Okay, let me duplicate this. And then I'll show you on screen. Make a copy. Okay. And we'll call this one Funko NFT Odds and Burn Numbers Star Trek. Okay. And then for whatever reason, Google Sheets thinks they need to open a new tab every time you breathe. Okay. What was the number of packs? Was it 18,000? 18,000? Was that right? We need to know that. Yeah, that'd be helpful. You're right. TNG also. Was it 18,000? Okay, thank you. And then Grail stayed 999, Legendary 2,400. There were only 3 legendaries. So we can delete a line. Royalty was a possible, depends on how many epics there are. There were 2,600. So odds-wise, B11 divided by D4. Odds-wise, your chance of pulling a Grail every time you flipped a card was 0.25%. Your chance of pulling a legendary, any legendary, every time you flipped one was 246. 7,200 was 1.82%. Your chance of pulling a particular one was 0.61%, and your chance of completing a royalty, that actually does not. That should just be an NA. That's not a thing. So, where are we at with number of packs left now? Legendary line is wrong. What's wrong? They're 2,400 apiece, right? Right, Randy? That's how I'm feeling about it, man. Oh, I fixed it. Okay. How many are left to sell? Anybody looked at there lately? You have that number for me? Standard and premium, how many packs are left? I think we were at like 10,000 premium last we spoke. Do I need to look it up? Sounds like I need to look it up. Second I go over here, you guys will be on it, but join queue. Okay, here it is. I got it. Standard 12,801. Premium 9,056. So right now we're looking at a 55% burn. Let me make sure these numbers are right. That's B9. Those are right. That's right. D19 to D20. That's correct. Divided by D4, which is the total number of NFTs. D4 total number. Yep, that's right. So we'd be looking at 16% burn on standard, 38% burn on premium, which would bring us to 55% burn overall. That's number of NFTs burned, not number of packs burned. These two percentages right here. That's where it can get confusing. We're looking at the number of NFTs. So the remaining 12,000 standards only are 16% of the total supply of NFTs, and the remaining premium represents 38% 39% of the remaining NFTs. So if we burn right now, we're looking at a 55% burn, which means if we come up here, are these already in the right spot? No. Yeah, it is. It auto updated. E21, E21. So that would leave us with 550 Grail if they burned right now, 1321 of each legendary, and would bring the royalty down to 1,431 total possible. Wait. No, the numbers are even lower. This is the number of what would be left. Wow, 449 Grail. That makes sense because 50% would be 500. So it'd have to be more than that. So 449 Grail, just over 1,000 for each legendary. That's right. And would bring the royalty down to 1169 possible. Let's put that in bold red so we remember next time that's where we're looking. Does that make sense to everybody? 55% burn, which brings those numbers down big time on each one. All the more reason to complete things. Correct, Walking Miracle. But usually the difference between the coins issued and the actual pops distributed is pretty small difference. There's some, but it's a pretty small difference. Okay, let me go back to my Firefox stuff then. Let's look at these epics again. I really want to get this focused on and completed. So let me go back to drop here and look at my radar. Those of y'all who have pulled multiple grails, be aware of what you hold. Now the other part of that is, even if you hold 2 Qs, like your comic zombie, we have the supply and the demand conversation again. What is the demand for a Q pop LE 450? Let's just call it that. What's the demand for that? A lot of Star Trek fans in the world. I guarantee 95% of all the Star Trek fans in the world have no idea these NFTs are even happening. I would argue 70% of the Star Trek fans in the world don't even collect Funko Pops or care about a Funko Pop. But now you have an item that's LE450, and I think that transcends whether or not it's a Funko Pop. It is a limited edition item featured at one of the most collectible properties on the planet. What could that be worth? That's what I'm arguing for Mini. I think Mini, it doesn't even matter that it's a pop. It matters that it's such a limited amount. I saw an NFT soda on Aftermarket. You can buy it on drop. Can you explain it for me, please? So Monster Pete, the sodas that you saw either came from Scooby-Doo or Halloween. I'm pointing, there's one right up there, the Halloween Mummy. So those are old sodas for projects, drops that have already completed, and therefore you cannot buy it on the blockchain anymore. It's gone all the way through the process, which I don't know if I've shown you this. Where's my other janky chart? I may need to remake it. I'll remake it. I need a visual to bring up on screen for this. I'll have to design one so I can show it. But there's a lifespan for each NFT drop. You have drop day. I'll show you on screen in just a second. Snapshot. And end of redemption. That's the lifespan of an NFT project. Starts with drop day. So if we're looking at Star Trek, we're right there for today. Star Trek TNG, this is drop day. There's 120 days until the snapshot. On the day of the snapshot, that's when they look in your wallets and see what legendaries, grails, and if you have any royalty sets, and they issue the coins that you then can turn in. You then have 30 days to the end of redemption, that's what that final point is, to turn those coins in so that your pop can get delivered to you, or soda in the case that you're asking. That delivery, if we span this out even more, takes another 90 days-ish. They're getting a little faster. So on the sodas that you saw, we're well past the end of the lifespan of the NFTs. The NFTs are essentially done for any kind of redemption. You can still collect them. You can still have the NFTs, but to get the physical products, you have to go to what we call the tertiary market, meaning eBay, Mercari, Facebook groups, your local conventions, wherever you can find somebody that has it, to buy it from another fan. So those sodas you found, you would have to buy somewhere out on the market. from another collector or a business or something. I have a feeling that as we go further on down the road, like we could look one up right now. Let's look up that mummy. That these are going to be harder and harder to find. Just like if you go back to the early days of Funko, the stuff that's LE 450, or 480, LE 1000, those are harder and harder to come by. I've got a few things for sale on my eBay shop right now that I'm the only one that has one on the market, period, because they're so hard to find. Let's look up Mummy Soda NFT. Yeah, it's Freddy Mummy. The black numbers indicate that's what people are asking. So this is not value, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the market. Let's call it 10, just for the sake of argument. There's 10 on the market in the world on eBay. Let's look at sold, though. This is how we determine value. What did it sell for, the recent ones? We're looking for just the NFT one. There's one sold for $190. This one got a line through it, means best offer, less than 160. We don't know what that number is. Don't give me a URL for some site that tells you it's figured it out. That's not accurate. I don't believe it. 80 bucks. But that was January. That's crazy that sold for 80. This one, just 2 weeks ago, sold for $190. That's interesting. That's a huge spike. You can also get some information. Well, this one sold for 200. So what happened with this one? What is wrong with that one that sold for, where is it? 80 bucks. Why? And that's a stock photo. Makes me think that one may not be real. Or that somebody's just trying to scam somebody. Maybe they didn't even ship anything. 170, 150. Yeah, that's a like $175 soda. A mini whiteboard? Yeah, right? Funko and Drop have failed if 95% of all Star Trek collectors don't know about today's drop. Oh, Chucky. I don't want to badmouth Funko. That's not my plan here ever. I want this company to succeed, and I want it to be worth a ton of money, so all my pops and my efforts are worth a ton of money. But we've talked about that a lot, and I think their marketing has what leaves a lot to be desired. No offense to them or the marketing team. I think they're working off a very limited budget with very limited amount of resources and people. But they're not advertising it on their channels maybe one time. That's it. They've left the majority of the marketing to Drop. Funko has a reach of 3 to 4 million people on Twitter and Instagram. Drop has a reach of 30,000 people. Well, Drop's talking to the same people over and over and over again. Marketing means going outside of your current view, your current fan base. They need to be going to their channels, but they also need to be advertising out in the NFT space and working with influencers, which they've done, including me. Good job there. I thought that was a great move. They've got to go out bigger, and I think they're just not doing it. And maybe it's, like I said, lack of resources, lack of people, etc. I think given the right person and a little bit of budget, they could work wonders on getting this out to the people, but they're just not doing it. Drop's Twitter posts don't even really get reposted by many. Yep. There's a difference between bad-mouthing and speaking the truth. I don't ever want it to come across like I'm the bitter ex-employee or I'm angry at them or whatever. I have opinions because I really think, like, given the opportunity to go in there and do my thing, I could make it, I'd have so much fun with it. I think that's the key thing, but it's not going to happen. So they used to do a quick Freddy's Funhouse video, but that wouldn't hit the majority of Star Trek fans with that. Again, if you do Freddy's Funhouse, or you only share on Drop, or you share on Drop and Funko, you're still only talking to the same people. At least sharing on Funko multiple times between the announcement and the drop would reach millions. That's a really good start. But then they could work with Star Trek. Did the official Star Trek channel, is there an official Star Trek TNG channel? Why are they not advertising it? That's what needs to happen. Let's look. Star Trek has, I've got millions of fans. Millions of fans. Here's Star Trek. 560,000 fans. That's Twitter. Kelly will always tell me, you're on Twitter, but that's not where everybody's at. Instagram is where people are at. Let's look on Instagram. She's right. There's a lot more people on Instagram. Brian told me the same thing. I'm just Twitter first in my mind. That's how it works. Star Trek on Instagram. And we'll look. I don't think this has been announced on there. Okay, about the same actually. 586,000 on Instagram. But between the two, there's some overlap, I'm sure. But we're looking at 600, 700,000 people at least, right? Any announcement about NFTs? Nope. A repost about this funny thing about First Contact that got 2.2 thousand likes and 77,000 views. But nothing about Star Trek NFTs. And guess what? I'm 6, 7, 8 posts back and we're in November. They're not posting very regularly. Is there a Star Trek TNG official? I don't think there is a separate one. Nope. No, there's not a separate one for Star Trek TNG, but I guarantee there are Star Trek TNG large fan accounts and people out there that would be considered influencers about Star Trek on Paramount. 242,000 followers. Be a great place to put this out there. Yeah, they'd get a lot of flack on those posts, but there would be some people that are interested too, and they should be advertising on those channels. I have a friend who's huge into Star Trek, but had no clue what I was talking about today, but he doesn't collect much, so that doesn't help his algorithm at all. Yeah, that's true. I'm not a Star Trek fan. Bought 2 packs, sold the contents, and completed my Space Jam run. Nice job, J-Mart. Do you think Next Generation is more popular than the original Star Trek? No, I don't know. That's a good question, James. That speaks to... Hey, what's up, Mr. Wu? That again speaks to strength of license. How do we measure that? And the only measurement that I have, because we were speculating here on the channel once before, how do we measure strength of license or strength of fandom, whatever you want to call it? We don't have any good tools for that I'm aware of. The best thing we have is Digital Pop Kingdom does a poll of users. A few hundred people weigh in on a scale of 1 to 10. How popular do you think this license is, or how good do you think this is? That's not enough people. We could build a website and start collecting that data, and that'd be very valuable for companies. How many people collect Star Trek? How many people are Star Trek fans? How much does the average Star Trek fan spend in a year? How many Star Trek fans are into digital collectibles or NFTs? How many, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot of questions that we could ask, collect that data, and it'd be very valuable to these companies. Did not go for this drop at all, mostly waiting to see what... That just proves my commentary. Mr. Wu, you're not alone. Many people are focused on what's going to happen with Star Wars, and because of that, decided to sit out Star Trek. Here's a question for you, Mr. Wu. If you did not know about Star Wars, if we were just going to be waiting until Friday to see what the next drop would be in 2 weeks, would you have gotten into Star Trek at all? I mean, Nadu, without all the other data about it being week to week or Star Wars coming, if you just compare these last 2 drops, we could argue that Transformers is stronger than Star Trek. But that's a very loose argument. I mean, it's great that we talk about these things and we're trying to focus on it, but it doesn't... Ultimately, it doesn't do much for us, except for tell us, is it going to sell out? And gives us a little indication of how these will sell down the road. It's good to know. That's that demand part. But it's a lot of speculation. Do you think Pirate Zombie Freddy is a great buy right now? Let's take a look, James. I think what the key part of this conversation here is what are our tools to look at these things? And Pop and Stock is a great tool for this. So let's go to Pop and Stock's website. He's got all this amazing data. Let's look at Market Watch. And let's look at Funkoween. That's the collection that James Goldsberry is talking about. Funkoween already went to Snapshot, right? I think it did. So this actually may not do us any good right here when it populates this data, because we're going to be looking at the most recent prices. What we'd have to look at now to determine if it was worth it or not, because we don't have history here. Yeah, it's too late now looking at Funkoween. We would need to look at where it was before to know, like what would you be able to get it for, James? Are the coins still out there? Yeah, we're still in the coin phase, so we can look there. That's right. Sorry, I'm working through this in my brain at the same time. Here's the redemption coins down here. So we're looking at Pirate Zombie Freddy. Pirate Zombie. It's not... Yeah, they're all Freddy's. $95 on drop, $105 on wax. There were... How many of the coins went out? Let's go look at that. That's another thing we need to weigh. Yeah, rare. I think that particular drop paid the price of a little over zombification, which is something that Tanner said before it even dropped. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I think you're right. I like the variety of the previous Halloween drops. There were a few key ones that really stood out on this one that have done well, including this pirate one we're talking about. But, oh wait, what was it? Spooky? Was that what it was? Spooky? Here I am again, waiting on Atomic Hub. Yeah, looks like we're down to about a 50% burn now, Nadu6, if I'm guessing. All three legendaries on Drop Marketplace are going less than a retail pack. What the hell is going on? These will pop out of 1,000 most likely, but still not enough people understand this. Good for us to scoop up cheap, but still, I don't like it. Yeah, I know it's a... I'm glad to see low numbers, but I don't like to see it not selling. This freaking... I'll eventually get to Funkoween on here so we can look at these coins and see how many there were. I'm sure I could go to it on other sites. I'm just not as familiar with them. I need to get better at that. Collections. I'm hoping for Star Wars they get characters from the movies and not anything from the cartoons or other shows. I mean, Mr. Wu, we'd just be guessing now. We don't know. We have no idea. Really? I type in Funko and only one collection shows up? How about Spooky? Wasn't that what this was called? Nadu, that's great. There will be no sneak peek today. I don't have anything to show. Oh, I didn't, Funko fan, unfortunately. I did not think it would sell out. There was... I'm just going a lot off the commentary that I saw on Instagram, Twitter, and a few other sources. The commentary wasn't good. Yeah, it was called Funkoween, but it was under like spooky.funko or something. I can't even... Has this site become unusable? Maybe rare. Like somebody else just said, I don't think enough people understand this. There it is. Look how quickly that popped up over here. Okay, can we look at the templates? Drops. I don't even know if I can look at the templates over here. Market. Let's go that way. Go to one of these. Go to collection. What's that do for us? No, I can't even look at the templates over here. Only on Atomic Hub do I know how to navigate to the templates. So I have to wait. Were people just not into the actual physical redeems? We've been talking a lot about that over the last half hour, Funko fan. There's still a lot of, and I use this word loosely, or I throw it out there a lot, and people hear it, oh, that's mean. A lot of ignorance. And what I mean is there's a lot of people that are not educated enough to know how this works. They're not educated enough to know what we're looking at as far as the number of pops that will go out. They're not educated on the process. They've heard bad things about NFTs, so they have this immediate wall that they build up. If it were easier, more people would be into it, i.e. what they want is just put them up for sale on Funko.com. They understand that. No, it's okay, Funko fan. But you understand I'm not being mean towards you. You understand, oh, if I want to get into this, I've got to understand more. If it were easier, and it honestly is not, it has some complications to it. It's just a new way of collecting, but that change has scared so many people. But if people could just go on a website and buy it, the Star Trek stuff would have all sold out today. If not, it would have sold out by tomorrow because the numbers are so limited. But people just, they don't see it that way. They're like, oh, it's difficult, it's expensive, I don't want to mess with it. I just bought Will Wheaton for $19.95 off the market. Okay, so here we go. Freddy Funko as Zombie. That's the one you were asking about, or was it Night? This was like an hour ago when I started this. Pirate Zombie. By the way, there's only 1,900 of that coin. Oh, that's right. This one did sell out. So there are 1,900 of that one as well. 1,900, current price $95. James, if I'm you, I don't buy it at that price. I wait and see what happens on eBay, and then I buy it on eBay. My gauge for what something's going to be worth when it's Freddy Funko has changed. I've seen a change for sure. It used to be Freddy Funko, anything 1,000, 2,000 pieces jump through the roof. It's been coming down. So only 1,885 out of 1,900. 15 weren't found in packs. Not a big difference. What was I going to look up? Oh, I want to go back to the Epics and see what they're doing on... Still not coming down on wax. It's like people just refuse to come down. Drop just sent an email out that the drop is live, having already sent one before it went live. I mean, they have to do that. That's a smart move, in my opinion. Okay, look, this one says sold. We sold one. Some are coming down in price. Where am I at on Epics? I still need Freddy as Locutus. Boy, I thought I had bought this one before. I can get it for $8.50 here. It's $11 on drop right now. And I also need Jordy. I wonder if this is actually going to end up being a good price to buy it here for $8.50. Tough decision. I might be paying a little extra for it. About what, 96? You're just gonna carry that bone back and forth? I'll do it for $8.50. Oh boy. Oh, what am I missing? I thought you said, what am I thinking? Jordy and Freddy as Locutus. I'll get that Locutus. Then I just need Jordy. You need another Ninja Comics? Highly debating on buying Cheetor and Ultra Magnus because I think they might go up in price when they become physicals. Mr. Wu, we're often speculating on that, but there's just no guarantee. I've been disappointed in what the tertiary market is showing. What things on eBay and Mercari and stuff. I've been very disappointed in those sales. They're just not going, like the Mummy soda we just looked at was pretty strong, but most things are just not going for good prices. When we look, a lot of times they're going for cheaper than what they were to buy as NFTs or as the coin. So it's become a little problematic. $6.60 for Worf. I'll do that. Oh, come on. Why am I clicking on that? Just click buy. I wonder if Star Wars is bigger than Star Trek because one has cute things, the other... Star Wars is bigger than Star Trek. Done. That's it. I love both, but Star Wars is just bigger. We don't need a reason. It just is. Oh, yeah, colors. I forgot about that. I think I did have it turned off before, but I just logged in again and maybe it reset. There was a time, right? Inadequate mass, but... And the funny thing is Star Trek's making a lot of great content now, but it's just not resonating and building the fandom like what Disney is able to do with Star Wars. Does it matter that we have something like a theme park dedicated to Star Wars? I got my Stranger Things pop yesterday, but got one that wasn't the one I redeemed. Drop is working with me to fix it. Man, rough. I don't know how they do that. Okay, let's see. What do we need to do here? I didn't do any community packs. Sorry, gang. I didn't have any luck today. I wanted to turn around and give you guys something, but what I am giving you all is a free NFT. Make sure you fill out the form to get that. Type in !free NFT in the chat on Twitch, or for my friends over on YouTube. I'll drop that in there in case anybody hasn't already done it. You fill out the form. I'll send the free NFT probably tomorrow. You get that in your wallet. You can do whatever you want with it. You can sell it. You can trade it. You can hold on to it. I don't know if I'll be doing any blends with it this week since I just did the Mario blends. That's a lot of work, and I have other things I need to do, so there may not be any blends for this, or there might. I might get a crazy hair later on and design something fun. What time do they normally stop selling packs? Anywhere between 2 p.m. our time, which is 1:11 right now, and what's the latest? Was it 6 that they did, which was 3 or 4 my time? They make a game time decision for whatever reason. I don't understand it myself, but they do. They have their own reasons. I have some NFTs I want to give away, so why don't we play a game and give away some NFTs? We're going to do this will be for everybody on Twitch. If you're over on YouTube, I appreciate you being here, but unfortunately the system that I use does not allow me to take entries from YouTube. So you would need to come over to Twitch, which is free. You can download the app for free. You can watch for free. Accounts free. All free. Super easy to do. And honestly, Twitch there's a bit more feature rich. It's fun. So if you want to come on over to Twitch, you can. I'll drop the link in the YouTube chat, so you have plenty of time to come on over and join the fun. If you want to, you can still watch on YouTube, but unfortunately, I can't get you to enter the giveaway. Sorry. I'll bring this up here, and we will do a giveaway for multiple NFTs from my collection and others. Where are all my... Oh, wrong tab. Things moved over. Okay, we're going to play Grubfish Royale. Everybody's eligible to enter over on Twitch, and I'm going to give away... We're going to do 5 places. First, second, third, fourth, and fifth will all win NFTs, and I'll outline what those are here in just a moment. If you want to enter, I'll put this up on screen. Again, I only have Twitch as the option here. Sorry, gang. I can't do both either. Like, I can't add your name manually, so you'd have to come over to Twitch to use this tool. Thank you for the shout-out, Notorious Ninja. Welcome. Everybody's eligible to entry in the chat on Twitch. Type in !hoot, leave a space, and put in your Wax Wallet ID. No .dp addresses. Your Wax Wallet might end at a .wham. It might be something else. Some of y'all have really cool, unique, custom ones. Enter that in. At the end of 5 minutes, set a timer for 5 minutes. We will do we'll play the game. I'll tell you how it works and everything, so everybody knows how it goes. First and fifth place will get one of my Grubfish-inspired Nerds Unite NFTs. Second place will get one of Priscilla's Emerald City Comic-Con exclusive NFTs featuring her Sune character. And for third and fourth, I'm going to give you all one of the very exclusive NFTs from Emerald City Comic-Con, because I have like a total of 20 to give out this week, and I've been a little slow about giving them. Everybody is eligible to win some of these NFTs by completing blends on Nifty Blocks. If you complete a blend this week, that is an entry to win one of these very exclusive NFTs. I only made 50 of them, and they go to... These NFTs are used in a blend to make even rarer ones. Walking Miracle got a 1 of 1 earlier today. She's done well with the 2 opportunities she's had. This is going to end up being some NFTs in there, the 1-of-1s, or like LE5, LE10, if you do these blends. So for me to give away 2 of these, that's going to be 2 people who can do blends, and I wish y'all the best of luck with that. Linder is doing her part right. Heels fan, thank you for trying to help. Linder's doing her part right, but for some reason my filter, my bot, sees hers as a problem. So I know how to fix hers. By the way, Heels fan was very helpful to me over the last few days, to everybody. I know, Linder, you went and looked and you saw this as well, but Heels fan saw that the bots had scooped up my NFTs the other day. So long story short, for anybody that didn't hear about this, I had this plan to give away free NFTs to all my newsletter subscribers. So I went into Nifty Blocks and I made the NFT, and I made a hidden link that could claim the NFT for free. And I was about to send an email out to everybody where you could just go click a link and claim your free NFT. I forgot about this problem. I think I ran into it once before. Knucklehead, I'd do it again. Even though it's a hidden URL, there are people out there that are constantly trying to cause problems, and they have these bots that look and somehow found the NFT on the blockchain and the fact that it was free, and as soon as it went up, they all got scooped up from this bot. So you'll see one of the versions of my Nintendo-inspired or Super Mario's-inspired Nerds Unite NFT that's got a white background. Those are essentially worthless now because as soon as I found out the bot, and thanks to Heels Fan, I found out this happened at the right time. I'm not using those in the blends or anything. They're not going to do anybody any good. So if you got one of those off the secondary market, cool. If you didn't, whatever. No, you're not missing out on anything. I just went and made a new color background with that baby blue that's like the sky from Super Mario games and issued that one manually, which was a pain in the rear. It took me a long time to get those distributed to everybody who had been on the newsletter. I'm going to have to figure out a better way in the future to be able to give you guys free stuff for subscribing to the newsletter, but I'm going to figure that out. So if you haven't already subscribed to my newsletter, it's coming up in the chat every so often on Twitch. And I'm going to bring it up again for you guys and drop it over in YouTube. Sign up for the newsletter. I promise I'm not trying to bombard you guys with a bunch of BS. I am literally sending out emails on days where I'm going to go live so that you guys don't miss out on lives because it's easy to not get notified. I am sending out emails on days where there is a new drop or blend. Does that link work? Make sure that works first. Nope, didn't work. I'll have to try that again. 1 second. On YouTube. Sorry about that. Let me delete that one if I can. Remove. I'm sending emails on days where there are drops or blends on my channel under the Nerds Unite Us collection. And then I might, in the future, send out emails for when Funko is doing a snapshot or end of redemption. That's all I plan on doing. I'm not trying to send you guys so much that it gets overwhelming. If you ever want to unsubscribe, you can. I'm using a service called Sender.net. There we go. That one worked. Called Sender.net. So if you see an email come from Sender.net from me that says Nerds Unite Us and you don't like it, you can unsubscribe. But I plan on doing more to help newsletter subscribers, so make sure you do. Whoa, Regime. That's amazing. I would love to go, but I'm afraid we wouldn't be able to. We've got the little one this evening, and she's got Ariel tonight, Macy, so we wouldn't be able to do that. But thank you. We are trying to go this weekend, actually. In case you know anybody that has tickets for Saturday. Just in another blend, and still now Hoot shirt NFT, now up to 5 of those. Wait. I'm confused, Nadu. You did another one and got the shirt. You're up to 5 of the cows play? So that's good that you have both, right? I'm still confused by your comment, sorry. Okay, the entry period has ended. I don't know what's going on with the screen here. I really hope... Okay, good. Let me go. So we got 64 people in. We're going to play Grubfish Royale. In case you have not played this yet, here's how this works. I'm going to count down from 5. We're going to hit the Grubfish Royale button. We're going to go into a screen. Everybody's going to have their name on a grubfish that's just constantly moving on the screen, and every so often a blade or a bar or a roller is going to come through and knock y'all out. You want to avoid those and be one of the 5 grubs left at the end. All 5 of those folks get a prize. We are going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoops. Thank you, Tanner. I did not see a notification about the ad. I can't even pause it. Of course, I saw it too late. You guys can do nothing, or you can type in the commands you see across the top of the screen, like exclamation point, spin, resize, turn, moon, or dodge. What did, one of the Powerpuff Epics is $40 on drop and $60 on Atomica. Oh, boy. That's crazy. All right, we lost Tanner, T. Walter, Sarah Mel, 4th Curator, Chucky. That brings us down to 30. There you go, Shepard. I've won that way, too. Pennybags, Colors, Tanner, out. Puzzled Puzzler, Buzz King, Bakavali, Jedi, down to 23 out of 64. Down to 18, our top 5 win prizes. I better go ahead and claim a couple of these so I can send them in just a minute. Geek Drifter, J-Dog Daddy, Seeing Night, Miss Fancy Cherry are out. Sir Geeky 2 is out. Oh, here comes another bar. We got to get down to 5. Nadu's out. Great Gasper. Darius 83 out. Down to 7, down to 6. Everybody on the screen's a winner now, including, I think, Justin, Walking Miracle, Blub, Reggie B, and I missed one more. I got to claim a couple of these codes real quick so that I have something to send to places 3 and 4. Mint 24. Claiming that. 1 second. I got to claim this other one. The way I didn't realize this is how this works, but when I make these claim codes, it actually takes them out of my wallet and puts them in a separate place on Atomic Hub. So if I want them back, I got to go reclaim them. If anybody got a claim code for me from Emerald City Comic Con, make sure you claim it because you only have through, I believe, this Friday. 24 and 22. Okay, let's send these out. Reggie B, you're getting a Grubfish inspired Nerds Unite NFT. Oh, dang, I'm sorry, Funko Addict Tech. Make sure you've completed some of the blends, though. I'll still be picking winners for the rest of this week for people who complete those blends. The ECCCC ones. Every one of those blends completed, the main ones, gives you a chance to win one of these very exclusive NFTs and do the higher-end blends. Hello, Chuck. Hello, Charlie. And we wait on Atomic Hub again. There we go. All right, let me send you one of these Grubfish-inspired Nerds Unite NFTs for first place. That was Walking Miracle. Did you win again? Holy cow. Blue Kachoo. I love that name. You're going to get one of Priscilla's exclusive NFTs from Emerald City Comic Con. She's our friend that makes Sune and Toratai. Both physical items. She makes really cool figures, and she does NFTs, and she gave me some of this. It was a print that she had sold at Emerald City Comic Con, but she also made a handful of NFTs as well. I'm going to send you one of these. As always, you can do whatever you want with these. Walking Miracle, I wish you the best of luck. Oops, it is Sune. Oh, I can't even look at collections. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, I did buy one of those Freddy in a Wharf earlier. I need to transfer those over. This used to work so fast. It's really slowed down. Sorry, guys. Really takes away from the fun. Also, the longer we have to wait, the more likely I am to forget what I promised to send. That's dangerous. Hi, Charlie. She's been carrying this bone she's chewing on back and forth between me and Kelly. She's like, I'm going to go check back in. I haven't talked to him in 10 minutes. Let me go check back with her. I never win anything. This is so exciting. Thanks. Oh, you're welcome, Blue. Thank you for coming by. What a great name. James, whatever Pop and Stock's website says right now, I wouldn't add much to that, and that's how many royalties I think will get sent in or completed. I don't think it'll be many. I think we looked the other day, and was it like at 500 or 600? Something real low like that. Yeah, Pop and Stock's website, full of details on that, James. You definitely like the data. Seems like you do. So I would definitely use his website as often as possible. That's going to give you a lot of the answers to questions. All right, Walking Miracle. I can't believe he done it again. Walking Miracle's already won twice, having done the blends, and now she won here on this game as well. That's crazy. Yeah, Blue. That should be in your wallet. If you have any problems, let me know. You can sell that, keep it, do whatever you want. It's up to you. Come on. I'm forgetting what I'm doing. Come on, Atomic Hub. There we go. You got... Wait a minute. Where's 22? Both of those should be in my wallet right now. Did I not finish? Oh, I didn't finish claiming 22. That's why. Rigged. Yeah, y'all. Stop. All right, Hot Rod Piper, you're getting 22. I guess I could, can I do another window right now while I'm waiting for Justin? Will it work? Yeah, there we go. That's a 22, and Justin gets a grub. There we go, 22. Now this one, if this number 22 that's going out right now, if you're not going to do those blends, I think you could turn around and sell that for a few bucks on the secondary market, because your odds of doing the blend with that one and getting something really rare, very high. You're welcome, Hot Rod Piper. And if you're not familiar which blend I'm talking about, let me know and I'll be happy to show you. We probably need to take a look at those anyway before we get out of here today. Okay, there we go. Those have been distributed now. Congratulations to our winners. I may still use Atomic Hub for the bulky buy trick. Oh, yeah. That's imperative. That's worth it. Still saves you time. Still saves you time. Yeah, in case anybody doesn't know what blends I'm talking about, because this, I have so many going right now, it can get confusing. I can drop links for these as well. But I have a lot of blends, and one of my goals here in the next, I don't know, few weeks or months is to start closing out some blends, because I got a lot open. But the most recent ones I've got are Transformers themed and Mario themed, plus the Emerald City Comic Con stuff. I've been very busy. This one right here, Seattle 2024 blend. If you complete any blends for that by Monday, you're eligible to win one of the NFTs that I only gave away at the con and via these giveaways. So there are still blends left here of the 122. There's still 52 left. The blend will get you a hoot in the Emerald City Comic Con themed shirt. Big Hoot, him in cosplay as Bigfoot. The concept, there's still 6 left of. I love that. Thank you again, Nefty Blocks, for updating this view. It's so cool. There's still 2 of the Big Hoot animated cards. And then 101s, there's still the Pacific Northwest blue one. Oh, and somebody got the rainbow and, that's right, and the white one. So there's only one 101 left in those blends. Any of those blends, though, I'm picking winners every day and sending them what they need to do this other blend here. The Seattle 24 at ECCCCCCCCC. There's only 50 total blends, and there's still 44 left because of how few of the NFTs I've given out. And surprisingly, Walking Miracle pulled one of the 101s. That's a good pull. The other 3 are left. So you definitely want to get in on those blends. Hey, what's up, Quadrills Art? Thank you for the raid with the party of 16. Welcome, everybody. My name is Sully. I'm a variety streamer, Twitch partner, Gold Wax ambassador. We were looking in on the Funko Star Trek TNG drop that happened earlier. It's still up for grabs. If anybody wanted to get in on that, you can still buy packs at retail pricing at digital.funko.com. That looks like there's going to be a big burn on this one. Maybe 50%, or I think about 50% or less of the NFTs are going to be destroyed. So if you're a big Star Trek fan and you want to get something, you can go in and buy those legendaries or the royalty parts you need to complete the royalty set, or even the Grail at what I think are pretty good prices right now. But I was showing everybody my, we got through all that, and I'm showing everybody my NFT blends that I have. The last 2 that I've given away free NFTs for you could do blends. I did this Aldemus Prime. Only 25 of these blends are left. You can get Hoot in the Aldemus Prime shirt. You can get Hoot in the Aldemus Prime cosplay. There's still 4 of the concepts left. Ooh, 1 of the animated cards left. And 2 of the 101s. 25 blends, 2 1-of-1s. That's pretty good, y'all. That's pretty good. And then just recently over the weekend, even though I ran into some trouble, I sent out for Mario Day a Mario NFT to everybody, and you could do a blend to end up with Hoot in the Mario Day shirt or Hoot as Mario. Which this is the 2nd year in a row Hoot's dressed as Mario, but this year the NFT, the artwork looks way better. Way better. Last year was kind of sad compared to this. But you guys can get that through the blend. There's still 36 of him in cosplay left and 46 of him in the shirt. So, Nadu, if you're having trouble getting the shirt one, I feel like if you got this one, you should be able to do a trade. Thank you, Shepard. I appreciate the. I created this logo down here. It's actually a variation on the Designer Con sticker or button that I did a couple years ago to make look more like the up-to-date Super Mario Brothers logo that they use currently. So it is different than that one I did before. Thank you, Shepard. Yeah, looking back, it's definitely getting better. I appreciate the kind words. I look back and cringe at some of the stuff I've done in the past, but I couldn't have done this without doing that, so. So we talked about the blends. What did we want to look? Oh, I wanted to look at the pricing again. It's 1:30, so we're going to close this down in the next 30 minutes. I might do some more giveaways, so hang around. What was I trying to go for here? Oh, yeah. Let's go look at these epics and the legendaries. What are legendaries going for now? On Wax, you can buy Captain Picard for $33, Worf for $32, or Wesley Crusher for $30. Is he any lower than 30? 31, somewhere in there. But those prices are high compared to the drop marketplace, which I picked up Wesley Crusher for $20. Under 20. Let's see what these are going. Those are all epics. Let's look at legendaries. Wait, first of all, the Grail. $160 for what might be a 500-piece Grail. To me, that's pretty good for a Star Trek pop. That's pretty darn good. Legendaries. Wesley Crusher still at $20. Captain Picard's down to $29.75, and Worf down to $27.50. Those are good prices. I'm going to keep an eye on them. I would like to have each in my collection. That's cheaper than a premium pack. That's not. They shouldn't be going that low, but they are. It is what it is. This is a great time to scoop these up, in my opinion. Do I want to do it? Go ahead and do Worf right now. I'm gonna have to think on it. But those are great prices. And packs are still up for sale if you want to take a chance on it. But honestly, at this point, I think you just buy the NFTs you want. And the epics, I didn't even look at the epics. I went back too early. What are they down to over here? Dang it. There's no easy back button. Epics were really low. 660, 650, 7, 880. 880 is the most expensive epic. My gut tells me that once they destroy a bunch of the packs, these prices will go up, but there's no guarantee. But I always say today's the day. Drop day is the day to buy those epics, and it's been proven true time and time and time again. So if I'm you guys, definitely get in there and complete those epic sets. Buy one, and it's like you got it from a pack, right, Randy? I mean, you can't get a guaranteed one legendary per pack. To me, it doesn't make sense. Who are the folks selling these, and are they making any money off of it? I don't feel like they are. It doesn't make any sense to me. I want to transfer the couple legendaries or epics that I got cheap over to my drop account, so I can keep an eye on that this afternoon and continue to scoop those up. There's always one epic that gets shot to the moon if you wait for prices to drop. Yeah, that's why I haven't. I really haven't waited past day one. I guess so, Heels fan. I guess so. Do I know if the Mickey figure is a reused mold from the Mickey drop? That's a good question. We can look at that. That is a really good question. Let me transfer these two over real quick to my DP wallet. She'll stay there if I pet her, but the second I quit, she starts wandering over to areas that she knows I don't want her to go. So she gets my attention. She's a smart cookie. Is Harry Potter still hot on the secondary market? I think your gauge for that is always to go to Pop and Stock's website and look and see what the royalty set's going for. I would say that's your first line to look at right there. Wow, it won't let me. A pop-up is blocking it. It's not, though. I see it opening. Don't bite, Charlie. I'm trying to pet you, not fight you. She gets a little mouthy when she gets excited. The teeth come out. Not in an angry way. She just likes to play. It will not let me transfer these. Let me try from another window. Let's see. Atomic Hub. What are you doing? What are you doing? You want to play Throw the Bone? Okay. Oh yeah, Shepard. I pretty much go daily to Pop and Stock's website and just see what's happening. Like honestly, if I could get a little like a stock tracker on my phone that showed Pop and Stock's website, I would have it on there, like right there on the front window, because front page of my phone. Because in a given day, the royalty set on something can drop real low, and you don't want to miss out. Or an epic might start to spike, and if you've got it in your wallet and you can sell it, you might want to sell it.
Are you being a pest?
She's trying.
Here, let's have a quieter toy.
Can you hear it flumping around on
Yes.
the... Oh, really?
Very loudly.
Oh, it did transfer those. Okay, great. It just was giving me a warning, but it wasn't actually... It actually did the transfer. On Pop and Stock says only 540 of them completed. So Goldsberry, refresh my memory. Let's look at it together here. You're talking about Mickey? Whoa, you're gonna have to put more than Pop in. There's a whole lot of things that... Yeah, I would say if you guys ever have questions about anything related to the Funko NFTs, one of your first place to go should always be Pop and Stock's website. It's just so freaking powerful. Mickey and Friends, which is going... Powerpuff Girls snapshot is tomorrow, and then Mickey and Friends will be 2 weeks after that, right? So time's running out. Remember, first thing I always look at up here, 53% of all Mickey was burned. Minnie Mouse, according to my numbers, less than 470 pieces in the world once it's fully done, and it looks like for the Mickey and Friends royalty set, only 540 out of the possible 2,500 have been completed. So that means, more than likely, we're looking at 550 or fewer. Maybe a little over, if things get crazy over the next 2 weeks. 550 of that royalty set will be completed. And to your question, Mickey Mouse Pop, has that mold been reused? Has it been used before? Let's look at what it looks like. It's the one with him leading the orchestra, right? Like from Fantasia. I forget that all these aren't populated already, because I'm on Firefox. If we go back to drops and we look at Mickey and Friends right there, and we look at the collectibles, it's Mickey in the like band leader with the sheet music in front of him and the bee on his head, which is kind of hidden from that view, but you can see it on the side of the box there. I think that's a really cool pop myself. I think it's being overlooked because people think it's exactly the same as things we've had in the past, but let's... Mickey Mouse Pop, let's look at all these. Do we have anything just like it? I don't think we do. I don't think there's anything that has the little stand in front of him or the bee on his head. If anybody knows differently, please let us know. Maybe provide a link would be handy. But I'm not seeing it in here. So, yeah, you may have them Fantasia, you may have them with the band leader or something similar, but no, this is a unique and cool, I think, mold. Nadu, I was going to use that if we did a community pack, but we're not today, unfortunately. Yeah, not a reused mold, I don't think. I think these are unique. And look, even if it was close to one that already existed, none of the ones that exist are going to be LE 550. It's going to be one of the most rare, if not the most rare, Mickey Mouse Pop in the world. She got her bone in the... Oh, wait, maybe Kelly did that. I was like, if she managed to get her bone threaded in that ball, that's impressive. Yeah, it's going to be one of the rarest Mickey Mouse Pops in the world. So I don't even care if it was very similar to another mold. None of those have a sticker on there. Well, this one technically won't either. It'll have a sticker that says 2,500, but that isn't accurate. Call him Ricky. I feel like it's probably been done. Let's just quickly go through, since this came up, the Pop and Stock stuff. Powerpuff Girls snapshot is tomorrow. Is that what I'm hearing? Let's go to the diamond. Powerpuff Girls, March 13th. Oof, I bet we've got some activity on Powerpuff Girls today. Let's see where we're at. The royalty set spiked recently to $145, but settled back down to $112. That's crazy that it spiked that much. So we're up and down over the last few weeks, but its lowest was down at $60, which is probably about where I completed my epic sets at. I've been totally done with this one for a while, but in preparation, let's see, only 916 royalty sets have been completed for Powerpuff Girls because 45% of the total supply was burned. Where am I at? Everybody should be doing this today. Make sure you log into your account, go to the radar, go to Powerpuff Girls, and make sure if you think it should say 2 royalty sets, does it say 2 royalty sets? Mine does. If you think you had any legendaries, make sure they're there. Same with the grails. If you've got them in your wax account, you're okay. As long as you haven't split up your royalty set, you're okay to have them in your wax account. But I recommend putting them over here. That way, once the coins are sent to you, you'll get a little reminder that you need to take action on the diamond up there. Again, you can keep your legendary or grail or even complete royalty set in your wax account, and they'll send the coins there. But I don't think you want to. I think you want to keep it here. If you have extra epics, sell them. Somehow I have an extra mayor. I don't even know where that came from. I think I already have them listed. That leads me to another checklist item. If you have anything in your listings, make sure it's not one of the items you're counted on. Yep, sure enough, I got a mayor there listed. He's gone up in price quite a bit. I'm going to bring him down to $5.18, and hopefully he sells so I get a little more USDC. But if you have anything in here listed and it sells, make sure that's not going to take away from an existing royalty set that you have. If you're counting on it and the epic sells at the last second, you may be out of royalty set, and that'd be a tough way to go. Don't do that. Make sure that you're ready, and I wouldn't, set an alarm and go back and check tomorrow and make sure that your Powerpuff Girls says royalty set, however many you think it's going to say, 5 minutes before that snapshot at 11 a.m. specific. Band leader Mickey is available, and one with the castle in the same outfit but different mold. There you go. Regime, thank you for looking. Make sure you sell the extras. Make sure you go check your wax wallet. Go over to Atomic Hub or whatever's working. I keep doing that. Make sure if you have anything over in that wallet, that you get it transferred to where it needs to go. If you have any unopened packs, make sure you sell all the unopened packs. So go to the double cards, go to unopen. What do I have for Powerpuff Girls? Nothing. I took care of all that. I don't have any, so we're good. I do have 2 Mickey and Friends premium packs I'm going to have to do something with. That may be how I get some USDC before next week. Those probably, let's see what those are going for. If I go to... Actually, I can just go right to my wallet, and it'll tell me there what packs are going for Mickey and Friends. I have a Swaghammer Grail. I'm trying to trade for a Mojo Jojo Grail if anyone is interested. Oh, blue, nice. I would recommend you get it over in your Atomic, into your wax wallet, so that if anybody does want to make a trade for you, they can propose a trade. And anytime you put a post like that anywhere, make sure you include your wax wallet ID. There is no trade functionality in Drop. That's why I say to do that, because they just haven't added it. But if you do a trade with somebody you don't know and you send it to their wallet and then they don't send you what they promised to send, you're SOL. If you do a trade using Atomic Hub or any of the other services on the Wax blockchain, that's a same time. Same time. It can't be made without the swap happening on the blockchain protecting you both. I was checking Powerpuff Girls catalog. Always do that and make sure you don't have any unopened packs. If you get caught with an unopened pack after 11 a.m. tomorrow opening, it's not going to do you any good. Good job, Blue. You get it. You understand. I do have a Mojo Jojo, which, honestly, I would rather have Swaghammer. What does Swaghammer even go for right now? Swaghammer, 155. Ooh. Honestly, what was the burn on Space Jam? I feel like that's a pretty good price, 155. $16. All right. You're looking at, what does that make? 840? Probably max on the Grail. And right now the royalty set's around 842. Wow. These royalty sets, they're going to be some very limited pops. So anyway, Powerpuff Girls, make sure you go through that checklist before tomorrow. Don't get caught and hurt because you didn't complete your royalty sets, you had extra epics, you didn't open packs, etc., etc., etc. Fix that up. Mickey and Friends is next. That royalty set, whoa, are you kidding me right now? Is that right? Oh, that's Space Jam. I was going to say, that can't be right. Mickey and Friends was over 100. Where's it at now? Yeah, 111. It's been hovering there for a minute. That price to me is pretty good when there's only going to be 550. I completed 2. Might be worth doing another. Squid Game. That Freddy is cool in Squid Game. It has calmed down a little bit. It's at $90.50. Actually, no, that's up a little bit. Up 12. It got up to 115 at one point. It's back to 90 and might continue to grow. Only 596 completed on that one. These numbers are ridiculously low. Harry Potter. Somebody asked if this one was still hot. It's picked back up again. It got to a max of 143. It's at 122. Only 1,200 royalty sets have been completed out of the possible 3,000. So that one's going to stay low. But that royalty set seems to be doing real good. Down at a low of 81. That's about where I completed my epics. So I'm making money on this deal if I sell those. Fantastic Plastic. I don't think this one's doing so great. Nadu, I think I'm almost done, yeah. I'll have to look and see. I think I got them all. This is Fantastic Plastic 2. It's actually up to 91, up $7 in the last few days. It was at 111 at one point, so it's doing all right. Space Jam. Somebody said Space Jam was way down. Let's see where it's at. 54.62. To get Freddy in the Toon Squad jersey, shorts, and the awesome shoes. $55? Are you kidding? And there's going to be less than 1,000 possibly? Man, that's cheap. Now's the time to buy. People aren't trying to even complete it. There could easily be, I don't even know what 0.8 times 2,300 would be. Well, let's just call that like 1,600 at least, but only 843 are done. That's crazy. And then Transformers and Star Trek, it's way too early to really know what's going on. Transformers dropped down to 78 from a high of 93. Already over 1,000 of those royalty sets completed. But dang if Space Jam ain't. That is just an amazing deal right now. You don't like the art on it, Tanner? I think it's fun. Freddy is a basketball player. I think it's cool, but clearly the people don't think so at $55. That's crazy. That's super low. Okay, do we have any other questions, concerns, anything? If not, we're getting close to closing this thing out. I'm definitely going to give everybody some more Sully bucks. Don't forget to get your Nerds Unite, the positive community NFTs for free. It's your last chance. Once the stream is over, your chance to get that for free is done. Then if you wanted to do anything, if you wanted to add that to your collection, you have to pay for it, $1.50. I'm giving that to you for free just for being here and hanging out today and filling out the form. Any other questions? I'm not the biggest fan of the Space Jam royalty, but completed it since I was pretty close after the packs. I think that's smart. I mean, if you can get it for that cheap, you might as well. You might as well. Where am I at on Space Jam? I completed 2 sets of epics. Wow. Epics are $4. So cheap. I probably paid a little bit more than that, but not much. It makes sense, but with all the wacky characters in Space Jam, Human Freddy in a basketball jersey is kind of boring, but that's just me. Yeah, fair enough. Star Trek. All I need is Geordi. There's Geordi for $732 there, or $770. I might as well buy it. $732. Have you put my name on the 2K Watch Club yet? Finally reached the milestone. I have not done one of those in a while. Let me add that. Let me make a list of to-dos here. That one easily escapes me. I have a list on my phone, but I also need to do these. 2K NFTs. Gotcha. And I owe Cutie Beck an answer. And Captain Sadi. I gotta answer their tweets. More of these are selling now. They've come down in price on wax, the epics. What's up, Oda the Shun? All right, any final questions, anybody? Anything we need to cover, look at, any of that good stuff? I'll be back on Friday. with another stream starting at 3 p.m. Hopefully Kelly can join us. I don't know what her work schedule is like, but hopefully she can join us in the afternoon. We'll play the box game. We'll hang out. We'll do some more NFT giveaways. Don't forget to complete my blends. Some of those were getting pretty low. One was down to 25 blends left. And there's still some one-on-ones left in there. Now that NFT Blocks has added that cool new feature that shows how many of each NFT are left. You'll know easily when you look at the blends to know if any one-on-ones are left in the pool. That is just a clutch change. That, yeah, would help Detroit Pop Guy. And maybe they went into it with that hope. How do you list on drop? Great question, Brian. Okay, so assuming a couple of things. If you are already verified on drop, you can list things for sale. If you are not, you will need to get verified, which means log into drop and in the upper right-hand corner, click down and go to, I believe it's wallet. Yep. And make sure that you get verified. There should be a button here that says like verify. You'll need to go through that process. It's going to require you to send in some information, including, I believe, a photo, or you have to do a scan of your driver's license or passport. Before you get too weirded out by that, and honestly, it weirded me out at first too, that is required by the government. That's not something that Drop does or any of these other exchanges do for fun. They are required to do that by the government because Uncle Sam wants their money if you make money on the blockchain. So just know you have to do that. But you go through the verification process. Once you are verified, you are eligible to sell on their market. And if you want to sell, you just go into your inventory, click an individual. Let's say I wanted to sell this Wharf Epic. Click on it. Come down here to list on market. It's right there. List on market, that green button. And then it'll tell you right there, you could pick your price, but it tells you the lowest listing right now is $585. And so you got to go under that, right? Don't go way under that. I would list this at no lower than $580, but I'd probably go like $583, because what happens if you go to the consumer view, somebody buying, they just go buy cheapest. They're not going to know if yours is 10 cents cheaper than the other guy or 1 cent cheaper than the other guy. What happens is, and I talk about this every drop day, there's a race to zero. People just trying to make a buck, and they keep going lower, 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 lower until it finally sells, and then they go up a little bit. And then they go lower, 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 lower until it sells, and then it goes up a little bit. It's a stupid game, but it's what we play. So that's how you list. Hopefully that's helpful. Royalties to complete right would be the Mickey and Space Jam, you think? Based off price and growth. Yeah, James, I don't know. You could look at it as, like, let's take Space Jam. Since it's cheap now, it could sell for a lot in the future. Or, that may not be right. You could take it as, well, if it's not selling now, it's not going to sell in the future. I think that may be an indication. Look at some of the other ones. I think Mickey is definitely one to complete, because Disney is just such a powerhouse of a license, and there's a whole world of people that collect stuff, specifically Disney, that have no idea this NFT drop happened, that these pops are out there, and then when they finally hit eBay, they'll see them, and then maybe I think your upside on Disney is much bigger. You're welcome, Brian. Hopefully that was helpful. I do not know that person, Linder. Randy, that helped you understand the Wesleys? Yep. I need to suggest to Nefty that they add an icon on the blends for if you already own an NFT that is a result of the blend or not. Yeah, that might be helpful. Yeah, just make sure you put it on Twitter and then tag them. And like what I did, because sometimes it's hard for somebody to look at the words and understand, if you can create a little visual. I don't know if you have any graphic skills, but if you can go in and alter up a little visual just to show that could be really helpful for them to go, oh, okay, that's something we could do easily. No, I thought that's what you meant, Randy, that the race to zero is how we got it so cheap. Yeah. I usually try matching the lower price instead of playing the lower game. Yeah, but I wonder if you match the lower price, is yours the one that's sold if they sell the lowest, being that you were the most recent one to sell? Or is it the one that was already there? I don't know which one gets priority. There you go, Walking Miracle. Yeah. I think that's it, gang. I'm going to look one more time at these legendaries and see what happened with Star Trek. What are Worf and Picard at? Because after they announce an official burn, I think they could jump. Wharf is down to $27. That's doable. That's very doable. Yep. Need. And Picard. Thanks. Like always, brother. Good luck. Did you complete 2 royalties for start? No, I have not completed 2. I completed 1. And I've got some duplicates, so I'll continue to work on it. But I don't see this one taking off like some of the other ones might. Even with the burn, I think it's going to stay pretty low. Famous last words, possibly, right? Captain Picard's at 34.75. What is he on? Wax. Did you? Nice comics. Zombie, you won today, didn't you? Two grails? Ding dangle. Nice. Legendary Captain Picard. Cheapest is 33. Versus, what did I say he's over here? 34.75. Yeah, I'm gonna need that. Need the zombie luck. Oh, I like that. Zombie luck. I agree, Callie. That's why I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I mentioned that the plan at this point is to get both grails signed like I wanted to do with the 2 Green Ranger grails I had last time, then decide what to do with them. I mean, solid. Solid. So you think 80 over for the Trek royalty will... I can't read it. The dang heart covers it up. Why is my... There it goes. So you think 80 over for the Trek royalty will age bad? I don't think it'll age as well as Mickey will. I think ultimately there's a lot of Star Trek fans in the world. I just don't know what their appetite for pops is. Like, one quick thing we could do to check like strength of license is look at what are the Star Trek TNG pops doing that came out before. If we go to HobbyDB and I just type in Star Trek TNG pop, that may not actually work. Oh, come on. I did not hit go. Let's do it here so we can all see it. What do Star Trek pops even go for? Star. I don't think this will work. Let's put next pop. I don't know if this will work or not. I don't know if it's like a Boolean or what kind of search it runs. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Geordi 20, Klingon 32, Geordi 30, 42, and these are unsticker. These are commons. Data 70. Deanna 30 to 240. That's probably an autographed one. Worf 40. Captain Picard 60. Locutus Borg 85. And that's like just a common that came out. That's not an exclusive. And that's it. That's all we've had for Star Trek Next Generation. But those prices are not very good considering these came out in... What year were these? They're all the superhero pose, so they're probably... Except Deanna Troi. They're probably like 20... Yep, 15. By now, those should be worth a lot more money if we think that license is strong enough to warrant a huge jump in the NFT values. I don't think it does. Yeah, the Captain Chairs ones are super cool. So that sale didn't go through? Good lord, this Atomic Hub thing is driving me nuts. I thought I got it. I mean, we got to look at all the data that's out there for us. Yeah, Zombie, again, don't want to badmouth anybody, but it sure seemed to happen right about the time that the Wombat Dungeon Master team took over. It's changed how we utilize this for sure. So it didn't make the purchase that I thought I made. So I get to start this whole process over again. Maybe it came down while I was waiting. All right, we're going to look for somebody to raid. I'm going to get the Sully Bucks out to you guys, and we'll get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Make sure you already filled out the form to get your free NFT, and be on the lookout for those tomorrow. Don't forget to do the blends. Don't forget to complete your Powerpuff Girls sets. Still having the same problem. Let's just take this over. No, go away. You're not helping me. Let's just take this over here to another browser. It's because I'm in Firefox, I think. There we go. Let's go here and try this. Drop closing at 5 Central. Oh, thank you, Pennybags. We'll have to look and see. Yeah, that could be good. Yeah, well, Comic Zombie, you better jump on it. That's a tricky one, too. It takes more time because you got to do it manually. There's no trick involved in completing your commons, uncommons, and rares. You got to do it one NFT at a time on drop, and it is painfully slow, like the old days that we ran into. Okay, let's see how many people are here. I'm going to start by adding points all 75. We had 124. Thanks to that raid that we got early on. That's amazing. Add points. Oh, for the love of Pete. Add points. I'll add another 50 to everybody. So those are Sully Bucks I'm giving everybody for being here. Those are going to come in handy when we do giveaways that require you using your Sully Bucks. Usually entries into the box game and any other giveaways I do for physical products are 10 Sully Bucks per entry. So everybody just got 12 and a half entries into the giveaways in the future. So come back and participate for a chance to win. And we will look and see who's on. Las Vegas Ape is a strong front runner to get a raid from us. As always, if you guys have any questions or anything and want to hit me up to ask me help on whatever, NFT related, my stuff, Funko stuff, if you need wax, you can hit me up, any of that stuff. You can do so on Twitter. That's where I look at most. At CS Sully on Twitter. Yeah, Vander, I don't have that set up. I should, but I don't. Sorry. Yeah, let's raid Las Vegas Ape. He does a lot of stuff in the wax community. Very supportive. He's raided here many times. He's doing marbles on stream, or was. Now he's playing some Fortnite, but he probably do some marbles and some other giveaways as well. Can't speak to family-friendly curse words, any stuff like that. So if that's something that bothers you, you may want to go in with the volume down. Just FYI, I don't dictate his content. But we'll get that raid going on. Be sure when we drop over, drop a hashtag Sully Raid and your Nerds Unite emotes. Hang out with Las Vegas Ape and have some fun. And I will see you guys next, if not on Twitter, on Friday. So be sure to... oh, he has Grubfish loaded in the background. There you go. Another chance to win some stuff. Best wishes to you all. Thank you for being here. Remember to wash your hands, check in on somebody you love, make sure they're doing okay, and above all else, most importantly, Nerds Unite. Thank you. Have a great day. Oh, and that's for Twitch. For YouTube, we don't have a raid, sadly. But thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it, and I will see you on Friday. Adios.